Well, hey guys, how's everybody doing this fine and fabulous Sunday? I hope you're having a great day today. Let's break into the Mason cam real quick and say hi. Um, we're in for another treat today. Sorry I didn't stream last week when it came to D&D, but I'm here this week. So we are going to be continuing on. If you guys missed last week, we do have it up on YouTube for you guys to watch. If you missed it and on any of the action, it's there. So look at my pretty puppies. They're beautiful. Look at them. Look at them. But without any further delay, let's hop into the channel so I can introduce the rest of the gang. Hi guys.
Everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
So the whole gang's here, guys. We got our illustrious but yet fair and wouldn't kill us for anything DM zombie.
No.
I would
never
Uh,
and if you believe that, I've got oceanfront property in Oklahoma that you need to buy.
Do you have ocean actually in Oklahoma? Is that what that is?
Oh, that's funny. Hey, just keep one very important thing in mind. When the DM smiles, bad things are going to happen.
Agreed.
It's already
Agreed.
too late.
Yeah, I think last session events were already set into motion. They can't be stopped.
Yes.
So, like I said when I first started this up, if you guys missed out last week, the video is posted up on the YouTubes, and just go check it out. It's same amount of time, 3 hours. But we just decided not to. Well, I decided not to stream it, so I recorded it and posted it up. Hi Z. But as always, with us we have Arson, Grim, Raven, and Wolf. Besides Zombie, how are you all doing today?
I am ready for the shenanigans to commence.
I am scared.
I'm ready for carnage.
Oh, that's funny.
Excited to see what's gonna happen.
That's funny because Grim's ready for Venom. I mean, what? Anyways,
I am.
he's always ready for Venom. But
Always.
so we're gonna get into this, and as always, Z, I saw you were streaming, so don't feel like you're obligated to be here to mod the channel. If you need to be, in your channel, feel free. Don't feel obligated to be here. If worse come to worse, I can break character every once in a while to say something in chat. But oh, it was a test stream. Okay, I got you. Well, it seems my stream is looking a lot better today than it was yesterday because yesterday was all choppy. So that's
Did
a
you
good
use the
thing.
right knife?
Apparently, I wasn't using the right knife. So, but so on that note, I am going to give it to Zombie to kind of explain, give us a heads up and let you guys know, within some little bit of detail, how last week went and what we're doing this week. So give it about a couple seconds to switch over. Also, by the way, when I was if you guys heard like background fighting or something in the middle at the beginning, I'm pretty sure Zombie was testing audio in Roll20. I had to mute Roll20 to make sure that didn't bleed through. So because I was like sitting there listening, I was like, that's kind of like off character for this music to have that type of background. And I was like, wait a minute. So let me unmute.
Awesome.
Yeah. So all right. So here we are. We're in a forest, by the way. If you are lost, then you didn't watch. So Zombie, take it away. Let us know what's going on and what happened.
The world shifted.
The world. I saw that.
It was
Minor earthquake.
as the world turns.
Oh my god.
These are the days of our lives. I mean, what?
All right. So, to do a recap, you guys graduated exactly from Adventure Boot Camp and had achieved and were given the rank C adventurers. At the graduation party, a lady I will again show her to you.
We graduated. It only took us
Um,
5 years.
Graduated.
This,
I'm smart.
Sorry.
this made of from a lord's house.
He's trying so hard.
You, and I am.
Okay, I'll stop.
Don't make me make this combat any harder.
Oh
Okay,
gosh.
yeah.
I'm shutting up, sir. Shutting up now.
So she approached you with basically a commission to go and cull some goblins. As one, it's kind of a standard quest for new adventurers. You know, everybody has to take their initial go kill the goblins quest. But she added a slight twist to it that her lord is a frequent patron of adventuring parties, should they prove themselves worthy. And this is one of the many tests that he will give to you to determine if you are up to his caliber of adventure. So your mission was to go in, wipe out the goblins, you know, standard fare, go in, kill the goblins. Anything you find is yours to keep, per standard adventure, you know, guild regulations, and report back.
And we got goblins right off the bat too.
So on your way, you went to Ravenswood, which was the nearest town, which is a small farming community. And there, Hydralis had a unfortunate mishap with a druidic nature-powered shrine altar, and lost control of his faculties for a minute. So
Just for a minute.
It's okay, buddy. It happens to anybody. It happens with age. It's okay. No.
No.
Just ask Raven.
Hey.
I mean,
You're older than me.
Not much.
Okay, so after that, you guys kept on going into the forest, and you were ambushed by 4 goblins. And I know there's only 3 on the screen, but that's because you allowed the 4th one to get away and subsequently sound the alarm to the rest of the tribe.
I blame Ayla.
So now they know you're coming.
Hey,
Yep.
it wasn't my turn.
That's why. You could have got him if it was your turn. Jeez.
No.
Oh, that
Well,
about
I wasn't going to, you know, mention names, but it was the party let him escape.
Yeah, okay, there you go. So, well, we know it wasn't Blaze because he's like not even on the screen on you know, Blaze is way back there.
I don't want to hear it.
So, you know, but yeah, that pretty much catches us up, guys. We were mid quest, and that's pretty much it. We're ready to start from here. And by the way, hi Ocean. We will begin this, and as long as I have an active mod in here, then I shall not be, again, like always on Sundays, I will not be paying attention to chat. I will be paying attention to chat in about an hour and a half, and then about the 3-hour mark. So, but after that, you know, I won't be, he doesn't deserve a hello. Well, he's, hey, hold on though. He's my bad game bro. I've got to, you know, shout him out. You know, he deserves something. All right.
No,
other than that, we are turning it over to Zombie Fooly to guide us and kill us in this adventure. Luckily, we still have our little wooden bracelets, so we're good.
It's a ring.
Oh, my bad.
I was
Hey.
about to say ring.
Okay, well, my bad.
Bling bling.
All right. So, yeah, so to recap, so you guys are standing in this forest, 3 dead goblins in front of you, and the 4th one ran off down the path, you heard him blowing on some type of whistle or horn, presumably to alert the rest of the goblins that there's intruders coming.
He went. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum. Sorry,
I
sorry.
need everyone to make an intelligence check, not a save, a check.
Hydraulics is screwed.
Oh, I not
Any
20
plus
that.
modifier?
Yep, plus modifier.
Okay, just making sure.
Intelligence.
It's just not a save, so you wouldn't.
Oh,
get
well,
my
that's-
proficiency.
That's a natural 20.
That's same.
We're starting
Jeez,
off
all
right.
Or really wrong. I've got
Yeah,
19
Either-
plus
either
4.
they're really wrong. It doesn't seem that much like just wasting a natural 20 on just like, oh, well, it's pretty obvious what that means.
Right. Well, and that also means you guys are not getting a natural 20 the rest of the time.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
a 19, which I got 23 altogether.
They,
So,
they had to butter me
so
up.
those of you that got a 15 or higher, you remember there was something you were also not, you don't have to do, but it's something they want you to bring back as proof you killed a goblin.
And what was that
17,
again?
By the way, I got 17 by the way.
17,
fine.
nice.
I'm just curious if any of you actually remember what.
I'm
you
pretty
were
sure I
supposed to
remember.
do.
Was it like an ear or so?
It was collecting the ears.
Correct. You're supposed to collect the right ear.
Hold on. So real quick, we rolled for that, and we don't have to remember. We rolled, so we remembered. You have to
Yes,
tell
I was-
me.
I was curious if any of you actually remembered.
No, I don't remember Jack.
I was going to tell you.
I don't remember Jill either. So
Good thing 2 of us remembered.
yeah,
Right.
they want you to bring back the foreskin of every.
Oh,
then. You can do that.
No, I'm good.
yeah,
I'm
you
good.
can do that.
I'm good. Okay, we were saying.
So I'll go up then, and I'll go up and I'll cut the ears off the 3 dead goblins and hang on to them.
Blaze, make sure it's the right side, buddy.
You have 3 right goblin ears.
Oh man, hold on a second. I throw one to the side and cut the other one off of one of them.
That was the left one. Jeez.
That was the left one.
Oops.
Okay. So, you don't seem to hear any other commotion. You don't know exactly how far away this camp is. But you heard the horn blow, and then you lost sight of him as he darted down the winding path.
Crap.
Yeah, I don't know what a trath is, but
I was gonna call you on it.
it apparently winds through a forest.
Okay.
So, what are you doing? We are not in combat at this point in time. So.
Yeah. I kind of. Well, I'm gonna roll for just because
We all
I'm the
want
stealthy
stealth, too,
one.
at this point.
Yes,
And
that's
we
why
all
I'm
want-
re-rolling.
yeah,
So I want to roll for my stealth.
Okay.
It's 8. Wait, where's my 17 altogether?
Okay.
Oh, what do I get? What do I get? Because I want to be stealthy too.
Yeah.
We're
I
not
have a-
going to mention that.
I have a +7 on stealth, and I literally rolled a 10. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
I rolled a 3 and it's +2, so I'm just gonna.
She's just got like a branch in front of her, acting like she's hiding.
I'm just gonna come all the way back here and be like, I'm good.
I'm in the theme to Mission Impossible.
dun, 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 dun.
Well, since
Ta-da!
we're rolling stealth, I guess I'll roll mine as well.
I got a 9. So we're no close to stealth at all.
See, I got a 10, so well, a
Stealth.
16. No, 17. Sorry.
That's an 18 for me on stealth.
Okay.
Again, we just think we're stealthy, right? It's not like
Again, they could be hiding in like the trees, and they could be looking down and just seeing us like tiptoe.
Well, if you're stealthier than me right now, then you probably want to take the lead on this. Because,
I guess.
but again,
also,
I don't know that
I
you're
mean,
stealthier than me. That's what Zombie was gonna
I
probably
hope you
say.
guys realize now. All right, let's just start really quick. Who here has taken a life before all this?
Taking a life. I would hope we all
Yeah.
have at one point or another.
Sadly, I
living
have.
life. Then you know that consequences come with taking that life, right?
Always.
Since we started this group, it's been boxes, sure. But now, well, let's just say maybe talking's out of the question at this point. Not that we were really here to talk with them anyways.
I was about to
But
say,
still.
aren't we here to take them out entirely?
Okay.
Hey, to our
but
defense,
also
though,
just- they
they-
attacked first.
Attack
Right.
first.
Yeah.
I was just hoping I could get a reason as to why.
I don't know. I mean, we could try.
This is when you find out you were told to take him out to dinner.
They would
Whoa.
willingly cut their right ear off and hand it to us after that.
Yeah. Thanks for the dinner. Like, here you go.
It's a Dublin currency, once in a lifetime. One use
Those are
only.
great beef Wellington.
All right. Well, anyways, I guess since I'm the one with the stealth, I guess we'll continue forward then.
Okay.
Well, I mean, at this point, really, stealth is kind of not.
Yeah, they know
being
we're
stealthy
coming.
is- where they know we're coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just which direction we're coming from.
Well, I would follow the guy that ran that way.
Yeah. Or
And
don't.
you know he went in that direction, basically.
Yeah.
So I
That's
guess
it.
we'll get it moving then.
I said we go this way.
So, okay, how are you going to do this? You know I'm guessing you know that they're expecting you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that would be common sense. Nobody here has a, low enough intelligence or wisdom that I need to make them make that roll.
I got a 0. No.
Guys, I think they might be expecting us. I don't know though.
So
Based on that horn, probably.
So are you going to have anybody scout ahead? Or are you going to just kind of go in as a group? How are you going to do this?
I don't think it's going to
Phoenix.
matter if we scout ahead, to be honest, but I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know I got like the higher stealth, but like it's like I don't know. I feel like you're better for the all that stuff.
This
Well,
is his
and keep in-
forte, so
Well, and actually, that's a good point. Keep in mind, too, that, we've all got that coin of communication and the ability, and I think there's something else that we have, too,
The
to be able to.
sending stones.
Sending stones, that's what it is, yeah. Which I have all of them, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
I mean, unless
Because I haven't
you
handed
want me
those
to,
out yet.
unless you want me to go with you, Phoenix, just the two of us.
It'd probably be easier if I did it myself, but I really do want to do a new re-roll for stealth. Am I able to do that?
You can use your
Inspiration.
inspiration to give yourself advantage. I'll let you do that.
Okay, that's what I'll do then.
Well,
Wait, where's
But
inspiration
would
at that I
also-
have
I would
to?
also not split the party up. Bad things happen when that happens.
But if
I can hang behind, but like not too close.
all right, let me go ahead and roll. Oh my gosh, I got an at 20. Oh yes. So I got a 27.
So the Phoenix just kind of disappears, even though he's standing in the middle of the path.
He's like, Floof.
It's like
Where'd he go?
right behind Hydralis, just kind of poof.
I tap him on the shoulder and run away.
very
All right.
funny.
Well, I've got the best stealth possible now, so I really do want to sneak ahead, and I want to check out the layout stealthily as possible. I don't care if I'm hiding.
Before he gets too far, I want to like quickly like grab his shoulder and be like, be careful. I've hunted goblins before, and some of them do love to set traps, so just keep an eye out for that.
Oh, absolutely. I will tell you this, guys. Even though Blaze said not to, I'm gonna try to do this real quick to check ahead, and I will come straight back. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to go out and check, and we'll see. Okay, are we agreed with this?
Sounds good.
Suppose.
All right. I've been a
Okay,
rogue for
so-
quite a while, so
So I'm going to pull you all to the next map, but not put you on it to represent Phoenix's scouting of the area.
okay.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to go sideways.
Holy freaking cow!
There's another
8,
earthquake.
9, 10. Oh no, there's more down there. 13. All right. I do want to check for traps within the area if I'm able to.
So to check for traps in the whole surrounding area, one, it would take forever.
Yeah, that's true.
2, you would be seen.
Okay. So
Because checking for traps is not a quick thing.
so I'm assuming I'm like over here somewhere. So can I check for traps like in this general vicinity going into the camp?
Yeah. You
All
can
right,
check for traps, and I mean you don't see any right there. And
Okay.
so just so you know, all those logs, that's all piled up, creating kind of like a natural wall.
The ones down here and here.
Well, so right here, that's like logs and thorns and stuff like that. So you could climb it. 1, you're going to be seen, and 2, you're going to take damage.
Yeah.
And these here, all those little dots, that's a wall. They
Right.
have
Those
built
are
a
logs.
wall. Yeah. So they have basically walled off their camp and only made it to where there's a couple points of entry without scaling the wall.
Is there any way I
would be coming from?
well we'd be coming from this way, I'm assuming, because that's it's the only way in and out. It looks. Is there any way I could draw them out somehow, a few of them at a time, so we could take care of them?
You'd have to tell me how you're going to try and do that. Because
All right.
realize they're on alert. They know somebody's coming. So, and they've got what looks like a couple leaders in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I
Goblins.
actually have a way to do it.
Goblins aren't that smart. So okay, I go back. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. I'm gonna report back to the group before I do anything. So this is me leaving the area, going back to them and saying, "Hey, this is the layout. I got to see where everybody is. I think if there's any way we're gonna trap any of them, it's gonna be these guys down here. We're gonna somehow be able to flank them out somehow. But any ideas to be able to draw any of these guys out?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, how?
Use prestidigitation to create an illusion and lure them out that way.
We got to make sure we don't lure out too many, because I don't want to have to fight like the whole platoon like at once. We will die.
Where's your sense of adventure?
And we can split them up, sure, but I imagine, fighting them all at once is kind of inevitable.
Well, if we could
It's just-
thin the herd a little bit, though, that'd be better.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's up to you guys as a group. What do you think? Prestidigitation. Are you sure it's gonna work?
God only knows.
All right, so let's put it to a vote then. Who wants to just go in storming in, or who wants to draw some people out? I 100% vote for drawing people out.
Yeah, we'll draw them out.
I mean, there could be. You said that there was a giant wall of like broken down trees and stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Theoretically, we could try and funnel them out by stopping them from being able to go around. Since there's that kind of gap towards the top, if we light the trees on fire, it could probably split some of the forces. They'd try and put out the flaming logs, and then the rest would be trying to fight us. And with that small of a gap, I could sit there and, granted, protection divine blessing, save me. I can tank enough for you guys to at least take care of everything at that
Mhm.
moment.
You
But
can also set stuff on fire. I'm always game for that.
yeah, that's just something I thought of.
What about traps? Are we able to set up any traps? If we do lure out those 3 at the bottom, 3 or 4. Hold on, there's 3. Maybe have them hit the traps, and that'll make it a little bit better for us.
I wonder.
I think they know where their own traps are, Phoenix.
Well, yes, but in the entrance there, did not see any traps. So if we
Yes,
set up
but-
something,
Also realize you're not gonna they're all watching the entrance.
that's true. That's true. If we
So if
go,
you try starting to set something up, they're gonna see you and start shooting you with a bunch of arrows.
Mm-hmm.
what if we dress Ignis in a dress and be like, "Hi, hey boys," like Bugs Bunny it.
Damsel in distress. Yeah,
They'd
that'll work.
probably immediately out me out because I don't know. I've been hunting some. They probably know me. Who
So they
knows? I don't know.
probably do. All right, so where do we want to go with this, guys? Do we want to do the prestidigitation and then go with the fire, or what do you want to do?
It seems like the best option we've got so far.
All right, Blaze, I trust you, man. So, if you want to do this, let's do it.
Okay. How do I want to do this? What order do I want to do this in?
Just don't let Ayla in there. She'll just throw down a bunch of lightning.
I mean, if I set the thing on fire, I'm not going to have to do an illusion of any kind. Well,
But if we could draw them out without the other ones seeing, for the most part,
Actually, hold on. Did those trees look like they could be moved with a thunder wave?
It won't go very far if I do.
Okay, yeah, but
Yeah.
here's what I'm thinking of. You do the thing of illusions, right? But don't make it a person. Make it something that they actually have to walk over and investigate. And if we're behind the trees, you do Thunderwave. We can try and get the wall to fall down on a bunch of them.
ooh,
It's not a wall as it is like a pile of logs and thorn bushes that's probably about a couple feet high.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
it was like a big mound of trees and stuff.
No, it's tall enough that you're going to have to kind of climb over it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's mainly meant to be just like it's basically difficult terrain that you take a little bit of damage going through.
okay.
Okay.
So yeah, good idea, but it would be poor execution on that.
I mean, if there was somebody right behind it, if the damage was high enough for Thunderwave, you could blast it into them. But
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm willing to
doesn't
risk
seem like it's
Ayla,
worth it.
so.
You would.
I'm kidding.
No,
Okay.
I was trying to see if there was a ruined wizard cantrip that I could try to get.
also realize your druid may have
There's
an
not.
issue with you starting a forest fire.
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what if I can do a cantrip trap, but there's not one for a wizard? The only way I could get that is through a long rest.
Mhm.
The
Well-
only other sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You got it muted in time. I mean, I'd say our best option is the illusions. Draw them out and fight them. Try to get them out there. But how? That's the thing.
Right.
Because I don't mind going in there and just like, balls to the wall basically. But also, what are you doing?
I see what you're doing there.
Wait, what are you doing?
The longer
Well,
we take the plan,
I mean,
Yep.
they may be goblins, but they're not stupid. I mean, they may not be the brightest, but they've got two So they've got two leaders in the back who are directing them. So as
If anything, they're gonna expect us to come through that front area. It's almost like a funnel for us. Who die in.
Mhm.
Dawdling. We need to settle on a plan right now.
Yeah, we need to get this. Let's see, is there? So I while I was there looking around, I like my stealthiness. I checked around the backside too, and it's like
Yeah.
there's no entrance there, but we could somehow, if we had a powerful enough attack, maybe knock down part of that wall and get in there. I don't know.
It's possible. I mean, like, realize this isn't like a human wooden palisade.
Yeah.
This is a small tribe of goblinoids that have taken small tree trunks and
Mhm.
drove them into the ground some unknown distance. You don't know if this was, for wild. Was it wildlife? Was it other goblins? Was it humans? You don't know. But
All right.
I mean,
Well-
you could climb over it fairly easily.
I mean, and I think everybody too is missing the fact there is an opening up here too.
Oh, there is an opening.
There's an opening up
Yeah, I
top,
thought-
and
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
Right
completely
here.
missed that.
earlier.
Right. Yeah.
Right
Well,
where?
that's the one everybody's been concentrating on.
Oh
right here.
yeah.
But there's an opening up here too.
I didn't even pay attention to that up there.
you've also got several large trees in the area too.
Yeah, we could climb up in it and kind of shoot from there.
My car?
I would say our best bet would be a surprise attack. I know they know we're coming, but we could still plant one or two people up in trees around these two,
The two that are kind.
like straight, like this one right here. And I don't know about
Well,
this one
I
because
would-
that's straight behind.
I was thinking these ones here, the ones that are kind of hanging over.
So we can just jump down into there and go straight in instead of having to walk. Yeah, that's not bad.
Because
We can
then we could focus their leaders too. Yeah.
we
Or,
could
well,
start
I and Igna's good.
we could start from these
Yeah,
two
I feel-
trees, like put a couple people in each.
I could also
Um,
be here, create a distraction with the thunder wave, possibly creating
well-
a small hole for us.
Well, whatever we're doing, it let's do it. What do you say, guys? Who So with Ignis and myself, we could use our arrows from over in this area. Blaze could come up here and also use his fire.
I'm not going to try to climb a tree. I have no athletics.
I was
Oh,
gonna
that's
say,
have a bow as well.
yeah. I have no athletics either. Crap, I forgot about that.
I was gonna say I have protection, so as long as Blaze stays near me, at least enemies would have disadvantage on rolls.
That's a lot of enemies, guys.
Well, I
But-
have a
Well-
bow as well.
But like
Um.
Zombie said, these back two are commanding them. If we kill them, they're gonna be like a lot more frantic, and they won't be able to
Oh,
do nearly be as coordinated. Which
But
would probably help.
But if we go after them straight off, we're literally going to get the wrath of every single one of them. We will get surrounded by going straight after those two in the background. But I'm down for whatever. We die in this adventure, we die.
I nearly forgot this. I can wild shape now. I can pull some out by being an animal.
You animal.
Well, whether
turn
it's
to
an
a juicy
illusion or an
deer.
animal, yeah.
I say that's still our best bet.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna see something in the entrance and try to investigate, possibly. So
Investigate and go fight it. If anything.
Whatever seems best. Whether you want a wild shape or Blaze if you want to cast an illusion, and we got to do it right now.
yeah, we need to get this going.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, if you want, I can climb up one of the trees if you support fire.
I can do the same. I can try to climb a
trees.
tree.
I would
Um,
probably.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
with all right, I'm gonna climb up here.
Yeah, my stealth is still 18.
Which tree
so
are
yeah,
you climbing?
Yeah, both of us want to climb up this tree.
Okay.
I mean, with my stealthiness, I may be able to get up there, fairly.
It'll be 2 different rolls. So it'll have to be athletics and a stealth.
I have to re-roll stealth again.
Yep.
Oh gosh, I'm
Because-
never.
Because you're trying to climb stealthily rather than just kind of sneak around the perimeter.
All right, well, let's start with athletics because I don't have a lot of. If I don't make well, the thing is if I don't make it up this tree, they're all gonna know.
Maybe you'll fall silently.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go stealth check once again. I don't expect another nat 20 though. Here we go. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 altogether.
Okay.
That's my stealth.
Is a 15.
I'm glad I got
Okay.
that +7.
15 on stealth.
Like, for real.
All right.
All right.
Roll athletics.
Oh gosh. Here, let me kiss. Mwah.
Here's
Come
where
on.
the real fun begins.
Come on. I got an 18. I don't have anything else with it, but I got an 18.
That is a 17.
Okay. So you both managed to climb up the tree.
Thank goodness.
And so the way this tree looks, as you're shooting, if you get disadvantage, so for them to shoot you, you can either position yourself to where they get disadvantage to shoot you, but you also get disadvantage to shoot them, or you could position yourself to where neither would get disadvantage.
Man, I think
You can either kind of stand in such a way that branches are kind of blocking your path a little bit, so you can't hit them as easy and they can't hit you as easy, or you could stand out kind of more out in the open to where they could.
but with movement, can I move back and forth?
So with you being up in a tree, if you want to move much more than like 5 feet, it's going to need an athletics check.
Okay. So
'Cause you're
one
having
space.
Yeah, because you're having to like jump on another branch and keep your balance, and I mean, you could also
But
use
this,
acrobatics for it as well, I suppose.
This first one is a freebie, right? Whether we want to stand out or be more.
Yes,
Lost?
it's basically you climb up there, and as you're climbing, you kind of realize, okay, I can either.
I will be
Yeah,
out more in the
disadvantage.
open. I will be
Okay.
out more in the open.
I have a
So
question. I have a question
Yes.
before I do this. Where's the boundary between one and the other? So where would I have to stand to be out in the open, and where would I have to back up to be not in the open?
So, like, okay, so I'm just going to drag you onto the map. So, say
Here, I think
you're
you
here.
guys are overthinking this.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah,
So
no,
you're
I
thinking
already
of,
said
like,
I just want to be out in the open.
yeah. If
You
you're
guys-
there, it's more of just of a choice. Which one do you want? Wherever you're at, that's what it is. Because it's not like I have, okay, this square is disadvantaged, this square is out in the open.
Yeah,
It's just, it's a tree, man.
I know. I'm
You're
just,
you're overthinking this.
I
Take
know,
the
but
disadvantage.
I
Take-
was-
take the disadvantage. Statistically, you have a better chance of hitting than the enemy does, even on disadvantage.
all right.
Take the disadvantage and
then
hide. It gives better cover for you guys and gives you better chance to survive the attacks.
all right.
just go ahead
So
and put yourselves where you're at in the tree.
I'm out in the open.
I'm
yeah,
gonna.
like, physically, where's your token at?
Oh well, it will probably be right here. Well, actually, that makes no sense. Well, it's still a
Yeah.
tree,
How are you in the open?
Still a tree. Yeah.
Fine.
then
I'll
right
go.
here.
I'll go right
I mean-
here to make it look like I'm at least a little hidden. I am going to take the disadvantage.
Okay, so you are taking the disadvantage. You're
So I
taking
roll.
the-
What I roll twice and take the lower one, right? That's how that
Right.
works. Okay.
Correct.
Okay,
I can be taught.
now the rest of you, what are you guys doing? Where are you at?
I am going to. Do I even have a token on the screen yet? No.
You do not, because I was gonna.
Yep.
You can
That's
drag
okay.
yourself on it, or however you want.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to do here. Is just kind of. I'm not there. I'm just trying to move shit around. Oh, stuff around. You didn't hear that.
Z language him, will you?
Yeah. Go ahead. I am going to kind of stand. Hold on a second. I need to do a measure real quick. Because my plan. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to kind of stand back here along, like kind of here in this corner, like in this opening between this tent and the palisade there, kind of a little bit hidden, so they don't see me right away.
Where the heck oh, there you are. I'm like, where the heck are you? Hold on. I gotta zoom out because I don't see the whole field of vision. There we go. All right. So that leaves Hydralis. Where are you sitting at, buddy?
Are we
I
taking
guess. I guess. Okay, yeah. So what are you guys gonna do the illusion then?
No.
No.
She's gonna turn herself into a animal, from what I understand.
Animal?
No,
Okay,
my illusion spells won't reach far enough for what I need to do.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I want to just be like, I don't know, hide by that tree right north of the camps.
Okay.
Like hide behind it, I guess. I don't know where my token is.
So if we do this, do you think that you guys should like fight together and Ignis and myself should fight together, like for right now until we can thin out the herd a little bit?
Well, no, I mean, as soon as combat starts, it's going to go into initiative, so it's not going to really matter. But the thing is, are you going to give us a surprise round or no?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, whereas they know you're coming, they don't know where you're coming from.
Right. And I knew that they knew we were coming. That's why I wasn't sure if because they knew if you were going to give us a surprise or not.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right. So,
where's my token?
I can't say anything because I'm all the way in the tree.
On the map yet? You can just click and drag it.
Open up your open up the the right side menu there. Click on the journal. You should see your name and your thing there. Click and hold on your name, and then drag out on. There you go.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm just hiding like under. Well, I'm like hiding behind the actual tree itself.
Okay.
All right. So
Showtime.
it's showtime, guys.
Showtime. I'm gonna cast create bonfire on the center tree and set it on fire. And then and then I'm gonna use control flames to start spreading the flames around in that area to catch the other stuff on fire in there to create a distraction.
All right. This will be interesting.
This is going to be really interesting.
That's a start.
I thought she was turning into an animal.
I was like, I'll turn into an animal and bring some out, but then you're just like, I'm gonna create a whole distraction here for all of them to go investigate.
But if they're all centered on one thing, you can start pulling them off one by one because they'll all have to be trying to fight the fire. Because as we move through this, at first I'm going to be moving the flames around, catching things on fire to keep them distracted.
Here's a question on what I can do. If I turn into a bear, can I just grab one and just drag him out with the camp?
With the right checks, you can.
I don't think the rest of them would take too kindly to that, but yeah, that's in the.
I mean,
kidnap him.
I mean, there'd be some that would probably follow you.
They'd be like, "Ooh, bear, eat."
Ooh.
Nom noms.
All right, well.
Okay.
All right, so you do your bonfire thing, and I'll grab the closest one that I can.
So you're setting it basically like right here?
Yeah. Whatever 30 feet from me is because that's all I can reach. And I think about where you ping. So 30 feet would, yeah, like right dead center.
Okay.
All right, Ignis. Before we need to make sure to attack the same person. So I would say that guy.
Yeah, you just want to both pull our like arrows at the same time and release at once. Do you want to
Okay.
unleash on the same guy or two different people?
Well, I mean, we technically could kill one, because I think last time they had about 11 hit points apiece. I don't know about these guys, but I'm pretty sure the other ones had about 11. So if we,
I was gonna say, just for reference, this little duo drone is the bonfire.
oh boy,
Why are you here?
Hey, you
Whoa!
can you give me control of that token?
Yes. Let's see if I can figure out how.
If you can't, it's not a big deal. Because I figure because control flames lets me move the fire 5 feet at a time.
While he
So-
figures this out,
You should be able to
Either-
control it out.
There we go. And I should be able to resize it, I hope.
So yeah, Phoenix, you just want to both shoot at this poor guy right here.
That's all right.
um,
I can work with that. We can.
So-
that's right. I can work with that.
so
We
pinning
just
on,
get one of them off if we both hit our shots good.
yeah, we would definitely hit him and kill him. But I say we do that if we over attack them and miss at an attempt to kill two of them, then so be it. But at least we'll kill one of them right off the bat, hopefully.
So yeah, can we just do that? Like just both fire at them at the same time while like the whole plan is going to motion.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured you guys were doing. Is you were
Alright.
using like your communication, all the communication stuff to kind of coordinate everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you didn't say you were using it. So like I didn't figure that Blaze cast a bonfire, and the rest of you are still like, oh well, should we shoot him? And you know, you kind of all did it simultaneously.
I'm just yelling out like, "Hey, do you guys hear me?"
I don't mean to alarm you, but there's a lot of goblins here.
God.
Well, so how many uses did that take from the charge of the coin? Would it just take? like
It's
one?
three. It's 3 times. So, well, if it's just one person, it's once. Remember, once communication is established with the whole party, it lasts for an hour. So only one person would have to activate it. So it would only come off of one charge.
I'll be the one to activate it.
That's fine.
All right, I figured out.
Uh-oh.
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 That ain't good.
What?
No, nothing, man. You were just
You robot.
Yeah, you were beep booping for a second.
Oh well, I'm back.
Okay. So
All right.
you said you were activating the charge. So
Correct. All right. So while we're doing this, all right. So what's the series of events? You're going to start the bonfire. We'll shoot, or we shoot and you start the bonfire, or we do it all at the same time.
I feel like the bonfire should.
it'll all
bonfires,
kind of
yes.
happen at the same time.
Okay.
It all should happen at the same time because it's
'Cause-
a surprise round.
If lucky enough, we could kill one, and the others might not even notice us being there because they're going after the fire. So
Right, that's
we
the
could
point.
get lucky. We could get lucky with this. All right. So let's do this then. Shall we roll?
Okay,
Yeah.
so roll initiative.
Time
But
to
we're-
roll
but
for
we're-
initiative.
But we're not in battle yet.
I have done that earlier.
Oh no.
Oh.
Grim.
What's my initiative? It's 3. I rolled a 6 altogether.
I rolled an 11.
I got a dirty 20.
And I got 22.
Okay, just so Hydraulis, what'd you get?
I got a 2.
Oh, Jesus. Well,
That's-
how did- oh.
That's
Ignis,
par for the
what'd you
course.
get?
I got a dirty 20. 17 and then 3 for my initiative.
Blaze, what'd you get?
22.
Phoenix, what'd you get?
I got a 3, and then with my 3 initiative, made it 6.
I was like, just tell me the total.
6.
Leela, what'd you get?
11.
And the gobs.
You got a lot of rolling to do.
I'm breaking them up into groups
Oh, okay.
because I'm not gonna roll like
Every single
like
one.
13 different times.
That's why I
All
pre-rolled
right.
the initiative for the one that I did the other
There
day.
it is.
Luckily, the initiative don't count for this first roll.
Okay, so, but we'll still go in the same order. So, Blaze, you would be first. I'm assuming you're casting Bonfire, where the duo drone is.
Yep.
Anything else?
I'm allowed to shape into a bear and then wait for them
Well,
to move.
no.
Not
Go
your
on,
turn.
Blaze.
Yeah. So no, the first go around, I'm just going to do create bonfire, just to set the thing on fire.
Okay.
Well, unless you're going to let me cast a set. Well, no. I was going to say unless you let me cast a second cantrip, since we're technically not in combat.
I mean, if you were, technically, once you cast it, you're in combat.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, we'll just do create bonfire right now.
Okay. Next is Ignis.
Okay. Well, I guess the whole shooting him together is kind of out of the question. isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's not happening.
No. So you can still shoot the same target. It's just I'm doing it in an initiative order, so that I'm not having to try to.
So he didn't go crazy.
Yeah, I got
Yes.
you. I got you. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna fire an arrow at Mr. Gobbo here.
Okay. Roll the bone.
Is,
I gotta clean my glasses.
16 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right, then my 8. That is 4 damage,
Oof.
Okay.
and that's my turn.
Alrighty. Next, we have. Okay, is Ayla.
Like I said, I'm wild shaping into a bear and I'm waiting till I can see who I can pull out.
Okay. So you are a bear.
I
Oh,
wish I hit fireball. One time I wish I hit fireball. It would have been perfect.
Okay. Next is Phoenix.
Phoenix. All right, so I roll with disadvantage, so I gotta roll twice.
Correct.
Let's see, it's a 13. All right, yeah, 13.
I'm going to say you hit.
Excellent. All right, here we go.
Excellent.
Oh wait, D6, right? Yeah, here it is. I was about to roll with D20. Like I hit him for 20 points. Yay!
He wouldn't be the first person to do that.
Let's see. What's the bonus? Is 3. Okay, so I got 6.
Okay.
That was
Total?
on the same guy right here. Right?
Yeah, it was the same guy.
All right.
It worked though. We killed him.
Dropped dead on the ground.
DED.
Dead.
Dead.
Next is Hydraulis. What are you doing?
I'm gonna hide behind the tree and wait for Ayla to try and drag some of the extra goblins past me.
Okay. All right.
good plan.
So that ends the surprise round. They know they're under attack, but not necessarily from where.
That's good. That's really good.
Because like all these guys, like they're focused on the fire, because it just sprung to life and is catching that tree on fire slowly.
Speaking goblin, like Wait a minute. No, that's
So we now go back to Blaze.
So I'm gonna at this point just try to kind of keep them distracted. I'm gonna kind of move the fire. Let's move it. We'll move it in this direction.
Okay.
So that way this part of the tree here where it was originally is on. Oh, that's not working. Is on fire, and then the part where it's at there is now on fire.
What's the damage for that?
For create bonfire.
For something is standing in the bonfire, what is the damage?
Create bonfire is human spelling. Any creature in the bonfire space when you cast the spell must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. Technically, I've already cast it.
Yeah, I just want the damage.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Hold on. And take 1d8 fire.
Okay, so roll 1d8 fire damage twice.
Okay. No, I gotta find my d8s. There. Oh, here it is. Oh, come here, you. There we go. Do you want any modifiers on that, or just straight roll?
Whatever the damage for the spell would be.
Okay. Just okay. That's why I'm asking, because I have modifiers that I would normally add to it. So do you want just a straight roll?
So whatever the damage of the spell, like an enemy is standing in it, is what I want.
Okay. All right. No, that works. That works.
10-4.
Roger Dodger.
Ooh. 1 second here.
1.
Uno. Okay, yeah. Okay. So you got 5 for one. You've got 2 for another.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yours.
All right. So next is Ignis.
All right, I'm gonna go and shoot another arrow at his buddy right here.
Okay.
That's my next assassination target. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
And then... Ooh, yeah, that is 11 damage.
Macho Man Randy Savage over there. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
He is DED dead.
You
Arrow right
are
through the
dead.
Or
dead.
maybe
Wow.
right through the side of the head, whichever's funnier.
So next up is the enemies.
Oh, crap.
So let me see if they can figure out where these guys are being shot from. Are they smart enough to figure it out?
Let's hope not.
No.
Aha! Yes!
Yikes. Must have been the wind.
The wind killed 2 of our guys. Oh, no.
You do see this hobgoblin look at the tree.
Oh, okay.
So now you know what they are. They're hobgoblins.
Yep.
So they know which tree, they just don't know where on the tree.
Correct. And he issues an order, and they start walking towards the tree. They don't know where you're at, so they can't just shoot, but they know you're in the tree.
Well, Phoenix.
Well, when I do get a chance, I'm going for this one. But hopefully our bear can draw some over beforehand.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I got...
can't if they're all over there.
I'm so glad I have disadvantage. Thanks.
Time.
Thanks, Blaze.
You can shift in the tree to get out of it too, remember?
Yeah, but they can't see me right now, so I'm okay right now.
Until one of them looks up, and does anybody speak Goblin?
I do.
You hear one of them say, "There's one of them."
Ruh-roh.
Who's he referring to specifically? Can I see?
Well, since you're even or odd.
This whole situation is quite odd.
So you should go even.
Oh.
So which one, even or odd?
Oh, I was being tricky. Odd.
Oh, okay. They see Phoenix.
Bullcrap!
Hey,
Just
look,
in
at
there
least
at disadvantage.
they'll have a harder time shooting you at least.
Well, they already used their turn though. They can't like fire right now.
They use their turn looking for you.
Yes.
Right there.
So, but now they know where you're at,
Yeah.
and they think it's only you.
Oh, that's good.
For Boone or Bane, they think it's only you.
Well, as long as I got this advantage, I should be fairly okay. At least 50%, possibly.
The one-man army. Look, they think it's just you, man. That's quite impressive.
And with that,
Maybe one
it
more.
goes to Ayla.
Let me ask a question. With those goblins moving past that fire, isn't there any way that they got a disadvantage on that fire?
They would have to walk in
Oh,
the
okay.
fire.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And they're not that dumb.
I don't know. They're pretty stupid.
Ooh, shiny.
Ooh.
They're not moths, all right?
Okay.
Well, since they're all distracted by Phoenix in the tree, I can move.
The new
Oh, fuck
kids
no.
book,
I
Phoenix
can
in the
only move
Tree.
30.
You can use all of your turn though to move like 60.
Yes. You can dash.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
If I dash.
You can't get out, but you can
Yeah.
get in. What are you gonna do? Go in there, go booga booga, and run back out.
Right now, this one is separated, so I wanted to get close to him.
Yeah. Would she be able to hide behind like this
This-
tree?
Yeah, this
the
tree.
not on fire tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would I be able to?
It's a
Um,
bear.
You'd have to roll
could
stealth
try.
too.
You'd have to do stealth as a bear. Whatever a bear's stealth would be. Well,
So I would.
oh,
I
well,
would
what-
keep all my same stats.
well, yes, but what type of bear are you?
Yogi.
Hey, boo boo.
Realize there are some bears that are small or medium, and some that are large. If you're a
Yogi.
large-sized bear,
Like if you're a
Well, I
grizzly
think
bear,
She's a grizzly bear.
if you're a black bear,
She's not-
there's a better chance for you to hide.
Yeah.
The sloth.
Teddy
Kind
bear,
of.
no one will see you.
I'm a polar bear.
Oh no.
Ah, yes. Completely blends in.
Yes.
so where are you going and what are you doing? Realize if you dash, you can't hide. Because hiding is an action.
Oh, yeah.
And unless you're a rogue, hiding is an action.
You can go the other way around, I think. Around that, like, canopy or whatever.
Over this way.
No, the other way, like here. Like, you should be able to go this way.
True.
Like, go down here, and then you'd end up probably there. Because you should be able to make it through there.
Yeah, I can make it to here on just normal movement.
Yeah.
I'll probably just do that, so then I'm
what-
mostly out of their line of sight.
But what kind of bear are you? That's the thing.
A black bear.
Okay.
Okay.
A koala bear.
Koala bear.
Wing.
And I'm gonna try to do it stealthy. Try.
She trips, falls, and releases lightning. Or thunder wave or whatever.
Somehow cast.
So first, let me do
mockery.
stealth. Don't fall. 17 to
That's
19.
vicious mockery.
Okay.
Dude,
Alright.
if you could get in a perfect position to use Thunderwave on a bunch of them, that would be amazing.
As a bear.
As a
Well,
bear.
A perfect position will be like right about here, so that
Yeah.
I can hit this whole group of people right here.
But you don't want to line up with those two bosses over there, too. Not by yourself.
Exactly.
They'll
So,
move anyway, and they'll move even if you get over there. They're going to move, so you're going to have to.
Yeah, so I'll be here in stealth on a 19.
Okay. Alrighty. Next, we have Phoenix.
all right, well,
They see you.
since they see me, I guess I'm going to go. Who's the one that revealed me? Is it this one?
It's that one.
All right, I'm going to go after that one then, because he's an a-hole.
Snitch.
All right,
Snitches
let's
get
roll.
stitches.
Yeah. I rolled a 19 plus my.
That's
Hold on.
it.
Okay. So let me get my other one out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
6 damage.
Yes.
All right. He is unhappy.
Can I use my bonus attack to jump out of the tree and kill him? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'll tell you what. If you want to, you can, but you will take some damage as well.
Dude, that'd be epic. But I'd rather have my disadvantage in the tree right now. I move and hide behind arson. No, I'm kidding.
Give me an
Alright.
athletics check.
Yep. Next up is Hydralis.
I don't exactly know what the best course of action would be here.
You're gonna have to move now because drawing them out's not gonna happen.
You can try and
Yeah.
tiptoe, but I don't know.
He tiptoes, this goes.
Yeah.
What's the range on those what's the range on those javelins?
Let me check that.
It'd have to be a pretty big range. Holy crap.
I actually don't see. Would
Can
the
you-
range just be as far as I can like walk?
No. So
No, it'd be shorter.
Gonna have to look it up.
Well, look it up. Yep.
Because like I was thinking you could like move right here between like the things, and then you could like throw a javelin at like one of these
I was
guys.
like, realize ranged combat for you is kind of like an afterthought.
Yeah.
I'm just saying so you could get in
Oh.
on the action a bit.
I mean, to me, your best bet would be to dash because that's going to
Yeah,
get
I was
you.
gonna say.
Mm-hmm. We get you within range
Is-
sooner.
But
Is
a
is my-
javelin.
May draw some of them off me. Jeez.
So is 30 range is 30 feet. Beyond that, you get disadvantage up to 120 feet, and then you can't go past 120.
Like this is your range for it, for a javelin throw.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Well,
You can hit that one from 30.
I mean,
I mean
yeah,
again,
try,
the best
but I
bet
think
for
I'd
you is
rather
to just dash in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is my my,
focus
my
will put you-
breath attack is an action, right? I'm pretty sure it is.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm just gonna dash. Hi diddly ho there.
Yeah.
You should have
That'll
just
put you
dashed
in-
to Ayla. I'm just kidding.
Well, that's a good spot because that'll put you in range. That'll get their attention. You're a tank, so you should be able to soak up some of the hits anyway, and
Yeah.
put you in position now to help handle the rest of that group.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, they see somebody else other than me.
All right.
Trying to
So
sort-
next,
I just charge up behind the goblin. Hello there.
Hello
kiss
there.
kiss him on the neck. Like, mwah, mwah, mwah.
I'm here to kill you.
And we're back to Blaze.
Am I actually like the top of the order, like over
Yeah.
everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Oh,
You rolled like a 22 or something like that. We all rolled like single digits almost. Everybody.
I figured the goblin leaders might have gotten closer, but I'm cool with that, and not really because squishy. I don't like it. I don't like high initiative. So do I have? I have cover issues on pretty much all of these, don't I?
Yep. Except
about-
for your own party members.
What about this guy?
Right.
Yep.
Huh.
The log wall and the tree bush and the tent.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
But if you moved over a little bit, like right there, you should be all right. But
Yeah.
you'd be covered by that fire.
Almost got that res off. That's crazy.
I know, right?
I'm gonna.
Almost got it off, man.
I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna use. Well, I'm going to bonus action hex this. This one,
Okay.
and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
That works too.
Okay.
As soon as I can. There it goes. Okay, so it's. Oh, let's see. Casting time.
The thing is even though they see me, can they reach me because they don't have bows?
Do
can
they, though?
climb up- They can try and climb up the tree. But
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
close.
Oh well, it doesn't look like they have bows. That's all I was saying.
Goblins, of course, they have bows.
Short-
Okay, so it is a ranged.
bows,
Okay.
short bows.
Ooh, I did that wrong. There we go.
Me.
Okay. Then my 6. All right, here. Whoa, shit.
Language.
Ah, sorry.
Dude, shoot, darn it.
Your kid's watching this. Jeez.
Damn it. I know. He's heard worse from me.
I know.
Trust me, he's heard
Or
worse.
any of your friends.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so that's a 20. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah, you do.
Just a little.
Yeah.
You almost go over by 10.
Not only did you hit him, you vaporized him.
You hit 1 damage. Really?
No,
Like-
that would be my luck. Yes. That's a 10 damage. That's a 4. What is that? Okay.
What was that?
Excellent.
Whatever he said.
All right.
Excellent.
I didn't see, so okay.
You're
Do
good.
the evil
that's
evil
my
hands?
turn.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
So I need you to roll damage for your bonfire again.
Roll damage for the bonfire.
Yep.
5.
For both?
Oh, yeah, you need me to do it twice, didn't you?
Yep.
7.
Okay.
You could be taking out like actual stuff that we could get after we kill these guys.
So
Well, and here's the thing. If I drop concentration on the bonfire at this point, which actually I think I had 2 for Hex. Hold on. Yeah, Hex is so I dropped concentration on my bonfire.
okay. So
So now they see you
goes.
clearly. Like, oh hey.
Sayonara, Buck, man.
but let's see if that was enough to keep the stuff on fire
Right.
or not.
Uh-oh.
I say it is, so just go ahead and go with that.
Are you sure about that?
No.
No.
Him. Do not listen to him. No.
Like I'm saying.
This is his first campaign. Don't pay attention to him.
He does not know what he's talking about.
And I'm the one that said that you could be destroying valuable stuff.
Unfortunately, he
Great.
It is.
wrecked.
Lovely.
There's a fire there and there.
Awesome.
You said
Awesome.
except we're on fire.
As you drop concentration, you see that the fire's there. It is spread, and you hear glass shattering.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Way to go, numbnuts!
All right, so
It worked. It worked, didn't it?
It did. Well, for a second, until they decided to come down here by me.
Yeah, it didn't really matter once they focused their efforts.
Right.
Exactly.
Ignis, it is your turn.
All right, I'm not mucking about. I'm gonna kill the snitch.
Thank you.
Snitch.
That will reveal your presence.
Snitches
fine.
get arrows.
That is a 14 to hit.
That is a miss.
What? Ooh.
What a shame.
You
Oh,
suck.
That's my turn.
All right, so it is now their turn.
Gulp.
Uh,
It was
I
nice
am
knowing
going
y'all.
to
I got this advantage, so
I'm going to do
They chop the
movement
tree down.
Fine.
on all of them first.
So they chop the tree down, then you're screwed.
don't give him ideas.
Get the seesaw out.
Oh no! Oh no!
I've been in worse.
They're ganking my spinal boy. Do something.
All right. So let's.
You're not in trouble until they start throwing rocks at you, Hydralis.
Ah! No, less they cast stones.
Okay, so the 4 down there by you, Phoenix and Ignis, each of you are being attacked twice. So Phoenix, I'll go with you first. Realize that they both get disadvantage on
Yes.
attacking you. So here's the first one. And that is a 17.
Well,
that
I
hit?
mean, I got a 13, so
The 13 armor class?
I'm pretty sure it's 13. Yeah, 13 armor class.
It's like you should have higher.
Well,
You got armor.
we never went over that, so
Yeah, I don't know how it changed because I mean, it still hits.
okay, so it's 14. It magically went up.
So, okay, so that hits.
Gotta stay ahead of the curve, man.
The second one, that hits as well.
Dang it!
There.
Oh, with disadvantage, jeez.
Look, I rolled. Yeah.
You didn't do disadvantage, did you?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 19 and an 11. They
Oh,
get a plus
jeez.
4 to hit.
All right.
And that is
How much damage?
12.
12?
That's from both.
Yikes.
That's not horrible.
And
I'm down to
Ignis.
15.
Yes,
on
sir.
you. All right, there's a shoot. What is your armor class?
18.
One hit, one miss.
All right. How much damage?
5.
Tis bullcrap.
All right. Yep. There we go.
All right.
Have...
Hydraulis.
I gotta look at something.
Bring it on!
Let's go with the regular goblins first. And since 2 of them are flanking you, they get advantage. So first one.
The hobgoblins was what scares me. They get advantage too.
Yeah. What is your armor class, Hydraulis?
18.
So that is 1 hit.
All right.
That is a miss. The other 2 goblins do not get advantage because they were not smart enough to flank you.
Idiots.
But they both hit anyway.
Fun.
That is 3 hits from goblins for a total of 19 damage.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I thought he was going to have to break out his toes here in a second.
The hobgoblins, they get advantage.
Oh, this is going to be bad.
That is a hit. And a miss. And the one that hits you does 9 damage.
Oh man.
Okay.
How much of a hit did that take?
I went from 36 to 8.
Oh my gosh. All right, well,
Okay. So it is now Ayla's turn.
Oh, I got play the game with Juno. Let's go.
let's
Nice.
go.
So anyway.
Way to go. Good job.
Not
The
Juno.
one that I
Doing
was
better-
gonna
doing
get
better
got
than me.
killed.
All your plans are falling into shambles.
We're about to lose our lizard man. If-
Yeah.
Not on my watch.
I'm gonna use dash. So that loses my stealth, but I'm gonna go. I can't grab my person like that. I'm gonna go right here.
That's all she wrote.
Okay.
That's all I can do at the moment. Cause I want to try to get to Hydraulis. First, I was gonna get this thing, but then Blaze killed it.
You're welcome.
That's all I can do for now. Next.
Hold on just a second. Okay.
Hmm.
Sorry, I had to type a message real quick. All right. So, sorry, I had a major brain fart.
You have a
Phoenix, it is
fart?
your turn.
What?
I know, right? Like, hey, look, at least it was a brain fart, not a
True.
butt fart.
True. All right, I guess I'm gonna
Okay.
try to. I'm gonna try to finish this guy off. I need to, since my ranger couldn't do it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it either after me saying that. Watch.
The shade.
Did you critically fail?
No, I got. Let's see,
It shoots, I
24.
guess.
I got a 19 plus my 5, so 24. So obviously that hits.
I need this thing.
An 8. He should be dead.
So 8 damage.
8 damage on this one.
He is EDD, dead.
EDD Ed.
He is Ed.
Double D.
Wait, if that's Ed, is this Ed and Eddie?
Yep.
Where's Eddie? Yeah, yeah.
Really, no, they're all Ed.
Their first name's never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Many doors, Ed boys.
Okay.
All right.
So next up is Hydralis. So you have just taken a major hit.
So
What
bad.
are you gonna do?
Use his freaking
All right.
ring. No.
Can I? Okay. Can I say that I get hit and it like knocks me right here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, as I get hit,
We will say it's like you kind of stumble. Since you took a hit, you kind of stumble backwards just a little bit, and you're out of it.
Good for you.
As I get hit, that knocking that you had mentioned last session, it becomes completely unbearable.
Okay.
And I can no longer keep that door closed. And I
Okay.
fall to the ground face first. And the goblins think that they have slain me. And maybe even my friends think that I have been slain.
Oh, I was about
But-
to say, like from up here, does it look like he just had a stroke and just kind of like?
Oh, okay. So basically, what everybody sees is basically these 2 hobgoblins and 4 goblins just swarm him, and they just start laying into him, and he kind of stumbles backwards enough, and they don't really pursue him because they're like, "We've got this." And so you see him like he's just like he charges forward, undamaged, and next thing you know, he's just covered in cuts and gashes and bleeding, and he kind of stumbles backwards, and he's not laying on the ground, but I will say he has taken a knee, and he's his kind of like his head's down, he's not doing good. There's something like he's not dead, but he's not doing good at all.
Mm-hmm.
And as further evidence, like the goblins and hobgoblins are kind of like they're jeering at him, and they're kind of like cheering like they've won, and
They're teabagging and.
I'm gonna haggle you for a quarter next.
Freaking Blaze.
But-
No one else can see you in this channel, but I can.
Right. But as that happens, the knocking that you had mentioned, the door flies open,
Okay.
and I can no longer control that which once I did, and I start to morph again.
Hulk smash.
My body grows, my spine curls as the edges of the fin become sharper and almost blade-like. I drop my weapons as my hands now become massive claws, and I let out a brutal roar. Hold on, give me one sec.
So I think I know who Zombie was messaging.
Oh,
Remember, I have an ear infection, and then
And I want to maul the hobgoblin standing in front of me.
Okay, so what I'll basically say is just you kill him. Describe how you do it.
no!
he doesn't even have to roll.
He died. No rolls.
I lunge forward, biting onto his waist, thrash him around, and then with both of my sickle-like claws, I grab onto each side of him and tear him in half.
Okay.
You should have said you bit
So-
off his head and then spit out his right ear.
Um,
We need those.
so I'm gonna put another hobgoblin in the field for purpose. So
Purposes,
Blade, you see half of a hobgoblin fly over here, right in the path, as his upper torso just flies and lands and smacks against this tree.
That's different.
That's different.
And the other half is like casually tossed and just kind of smacks against this other one. And now they're not looking so confident.
We got our own Hulk over here.
It's a good thing we're up in this tree, huh?
Yeah.
And
Did you see that?
at that point, it is time for a break.
Well, we just had a break. At least that hobgoblin did.
He had a catastrophic failure of his spinal cord.
Yeah,
so-
he did.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we are going to take a 5-minute break. We shall be back shortly. And yeah, so go grab you a drink, go urinate or whatever, defecate or whatever, and be back here in 5 minutes.
Pushing in too far.
So until then, let's go to the tavern. Be right back, screen.
Let's
Go to the lobby and grab ourselves a snack. All right. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. All right, guys, we are back. I hope you had a nice break. I hope you, all your dreams came true during that break, which is be kind of weird, but hey, you never know.
Short summer's break.
Yeah. So, but with us being back, we are getting back to the game, and let's do this.
Okay.
So,
I was like over here, like,
Murder.
Murderer. So we just witnessed a feat of
Thrashing.
duplication as one hobgoblin became two.
What is what's the term? Mitosis?
Yeah.
well, I'm half and half on this one, so
No, you didn't.
yes, I did.
No. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our stream. Everybody have a great rest of the day. No.
Exit stage left. He's
All right.
You know,
it's your turn, Blaze.
I'm going to shift my position, and I'm going to move up here behind Ayla because I'm not dumb. And
I'm a bear, so I can't thunderwave you.
Well,
still not taking the chance. No, no. Actually, I want to go. I do want to go behind you though, so I don't get in your way when you go to move or do whatever. And then I'm
I'll
going
just plow
to.
you.
That's fair. I want the prone looking up, going, well, that's different.
he's like, it's not the first time I've been plowed by a bear.
You were
What
not
happened?
tell anyone.
What
This
happens in
economy?
Florida stays in Florida. Stop.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I didn't know Florida was a place in D&D.
right. I'm gonna shift my hex to this guy,
Okay.
and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hit.
Well,
Oh, you're going after that one, aren't you?
not anymore.
Run.
I misspoke. I'm shifting it. No, I did misspeak. I'm going to shift my hex to him,
Okay.
and just do the same thing. So I've got a 20. Oh yeah, 22 to hit. Rinse and repeat.
Oh, sorry, you needed 23. No.
That is a hit.
Oh, that's too bad. That is, in case it matters, 1 necrotic, 3 force.
It
Bless
is
you.
not.
Okay.
Bless you.
Then 4 total.
He is mildly annoyed.
Yeah, that
Mildly.
wasn't one of my better. That was one of my better attacks. I will tell you that. But yeah, okay. And then I'm done.
Okay. Ignis, is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot at this man right here.
Okay.
Arrow. Ah, disgusting. That's a 4, so that already misses.
Now, Ignis is mildly
Uh,
annoyed.
Yeah, I'm mildly annoyed. But yeah, that's my turn. I mean, I miss anyways. Even with the modifier, it's just gonna be a miss. So.
Okay. So, it is the goblin's turn.
Gulp. Hey, they see you though now. So
These three do not know of the monster that has been just unleashed upon them behind them.
They didn't hear that.
Look, they're focused right now.
I can respect it.
they have an ear infection.
They can't
That,
multitask.
that and they figure that, well, we've got 2 hobgoblins and a bunch of others back there. They can handle this.
Technically,
You know.
they have 3 now.
Sure.
1 and 2 halves.
What they don't know will hurt them.
Yes.
enough.
Excellent.
All right. And look, damn it.
Language.
I said
I'm gonna do
Darn.
it.
Oh,
This is,
darn it. Okay.
This is a heavy episode today.
It really is. No, you may not.
You buzz
Darn it.
He's like, is that your
Alright.
favor? No.
Ignis, on you.
Wait, what's up?
He missed shooting you.
Oh, okay.
And Phoenix.
He's gonna hit me because it's the way it is.
I
You
still got
are-
hit. I still got hit once.
You are lucky that you have disadvantage.
Did they roll a 20?
Ooh, you got
Yeah.
in there.
Oh, thank goodness.
Ooh.
But did he hit?
No.
Oh,
Both of them missed.
thank
Nice.
goodness.
Not
But
fair.
one was a nat 20.
Jeez.
God.
And he would have
Disadvantage.
shot you out of that tree.
I'd dance a jig, but I'd fall.
Don't get cocky now.
So, this goblin here next to you, Hydralis, one, he soils his pants,
What's that smell?
and two, he goes to run away. You may use your reaction for an attack of opportunity if you wish.
I do.
Please eat him.
Okay, how does he die? How does he die?
As he's running away, I slam my tail, so I want him to be sent so hard into the wall that he turns into a red splotch.
Okay.
He goes through the tent into the wall.
Dang it! You should have sent it to the hobgoblin.
So he goes through the wall and off into the forest.
Blaze, go grab his ear.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say from behind. I see that from behind, and I holler, "Hey, we need those."
I don't think he's in the right
Um,
mind to be taking any
I don't
sort
think
of advice right now.
hears you.
Everything was obliterated but his ears, thankfully.
Okay, so yeah, did the goblins by the tree hear that?
Unfortunately, the rest of them aren't so smart. They think they got the numbers.
They just lost a bunch of numbers.
Yeah, well, look, ignorance, stupidity, and all that.
Just kind of metagaming here, but just out of sheer curiosity, do you still have 8 health points in this new form of yours, or did they go up?
Yeah, did you get like
I-
temporary health from like the adrenaline or something?
I did
I will-
ask
I will-
about that.
I will simply say this: that is a question.
Okay, that's fair. And you know what? Like I said, that's why I said I'm metagaming here, but that's why that's why I prefaced it with that. So that is perfectly acceptable. Go ahead.
Here, so
So-
continue.
Just swing your
As you
tail
are.
around in a circle.
Okay. So, Hydralis, they gang up on you and they start wailing on you again. And you can feel the blades cut through your skin. But like if it's like your main consciousness is kind of like taking a back seat. You can feel it. But it's like you just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are overwhelmed by this instinct to kill.
Mm-hmm.
The survival of the fittest.
Mm-hmm.
And you will prove that you are the most fit one here.
I am not going near him.
Oh, I will.
Not after that whole battle. No! I am not going near him.
All right.
Not after seeing the one go through the wall.
Ayla, it is your turn.
You get to finally kill one.
I gotta finally kill one.
Hey, you should do Thunder Wave.
Made
Hopefully it won't bother him.
I
That's where
purposely
he
switched.
just turns on me and just knocks me into a wall.
I purposely switched targets to give you an opportunity. I felt bad.
So I'm gonna go here, and I want to use multi-attack.
Okay.
You get advantage too.
I do.
Well,
You do,
yeah.
because you're flanking. You're flanking that with Hydralis.
Even though you're not quite sure if in this moment he's your ally or not, the enemy is still distracted.
So I need a first roll to attack.
Glad we went to these trees, Ignis.
Oh, that's a 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
Was it a nat
Yeah.
20?
It was a nat 20. That's not my 6. That's my D6. So the first one is a bite.
As my kid
So
is
it's
so fond of
a-
saying all of a sudden, let's go.
Let's go.
That's a 4
Like-
with the bite.
Arrgh. Arrgh.
Next one is a claw.
Turns into a Wookiee. Arrgh.
3, 4.
5,
Plus
6,
2,
7,
6.
8. Shlamio.
Okay,
Oh, sorry.
so you kind of, charge right at this guy, and this poor goblin, he hears the thundering of something rather large approaching him from behind, and he turns and he looked over his shoulder just in time to see your jaws clench down on his face,
Oof.
We need ear.
and then promptly relieve his head from the rest of his body.
Don't chew the ears.
We need the ear.
I would definitely
Hey, I
back
made it
away.
easier.
All right, so
Me.
is Phoenix.
Yes.
And
So
look for me.
I'm going over here. I like how we're in our own little world over here.
It's
like
like a
works.
battle. One that I'm failing, but we're somehow still here.
All right, here we go. Here comes my roll. Oh
You ever worried
gosh.
we weren't going to be able to take this group?
I rolled a 10.
To be fair, we almost lost Hydralis.
No, that was my total.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yep, you miss.
Yep.
You
Wait. Oh, wait. I got disadvantage. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I can't. Never mind.
Wait, I got disadvantage. My roll could be worse.
Maybe I can roll a nat one.
More than that.
Oh, I actually rolled a 2.
Can I make this situation any worse? Yeah.
Yes, you can. Come on down.
The DM will always accept situations that go downhill.
Always.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's your
so,
sign.
Hydralis.
Oh gosh.
Pick a target and tell me what you do to him.
All right.
He's gonna
I
make sweet,
roar
sweet
in
love.
front- I roar in front of the hobgoblin. Can I theoretically still use my poison attack?
Your breath weapon?
Yes,
Yep, because it is
okay.
a natural bodily ability.
Okay. I
Natural
bite
bodily function.
I bite down on his shoulder and I spew poison so forceful that it tears a hole through his chest towards his waist, and
Oh
I
my God.
rip off his upper body and throw it towards Blaze so he can take the air.
Oh my God. What the hell?
I was sitting here thinking you rip his arm off and beat him to death with it, but hey, that works too.
Try not to get hit, man.
As he's doing this, there's a lot of people kind of blocking your line of sight to Hydralis and what he's doing. But all of a sudden you just see this, mangled, poison dripping hobgoblin carcass just land right next to you.
Hey, thanks.
Reaches over and takes the ear.
Okay. So, next it is Blaze's turn.
All right.
And before you actually go, you notice
Oh.
that the fire
Spread even further.
is
Son of a...
spreading.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
We're gonna lose everything.
All right. I didn't want to do this and burn an action, but I don't have a choice. I'm going to use control flames to put the fire out. All of it.
Okay. You extinguish the fire.
And then that's all I can do,
Okay.
because that takes a full action. So
Alrighty.
There goes our box flames.
Yep.
All right. So Next, we have Ignis. I don't know why Ignis's turn is funny, but you know.
It's
All right,
hilarious.
second verse, same as the first. I'll go and shoot another row with this guy.
I'm in the eighth I am. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I can't not hear that and not think
Oh.
that, okay?
Look, you beat me to the punch, all right?
okay,
That
good.
is a 24 to hit.
That
And
is
to be fair,
it.
you beat me too. So
That
Yeah,
would
but-
be 10 damage.
Oh, nice. But do you remember where I got that from?
Your brain.
The movie Ghost.
Okay.
Nah,
know-
I like the answer your brain better.
yeah, I do too.
It is now the enemy's turn, and these two are. They just watched their last leader die, so they're gonna run.
They're gonna die.
Now, which one of them are you going to use your reaction and eviscerate?
The one lower to me.
Okay. So he doesn't even really get a move. Like you see him start to twitch and you just instantly
Mhm.
grab him.
Did he just grab him and beat the other one with him? Come on, let him do it.
We gotta,
I'll tell you what.
We gotta let
if
Ayla
that's-
have more.
I mean,
Sorry, go
if
ahead.
you want to try to beat the other one with that goblin, give me an athletics check.
Oh,
You've
pass,
got it.
please. Natural 20. Come on, man. If
Hold
you
on.
ever
No,
needed,
no, no, no.
if you ever needed something to clutch right now, this is it.
Yep. I still have my inspiration, by the way. So
Oh, yeah.
okay, altogether I have 17.
That is enough.
Okay.
Oh, you grab. So you see them both kind of start shaking, and your animal instincts tell you they're going to run. And as soon as they both twitch to go to start to run, you instantly pounce on the first one, and you just grab him by his legs as he's running, and you just swing for the fences. Not that you know from that reference, but your character wouldn't. And you just baseball bat the other one.
I just think
Oh no, does
Hulk and Loki.
And you
Puny
send
human.
this one flying into the thorny tree pile, and
Well,
he dies.
Man, I'm so glad I thought of that.
His ear may have some more additional piercings that he didn't intend.
Easier to hang on
But-
the loop.
Yeah. And as you look, the one that's in your hand, you look, and his neck and back are bent at unnatural angles.
Well, at least
And-
you kept that one for us.
And he's not moving either.
So, myself and Ignis, are we just oblivious to what's going on up there?
No, you see it.
Okay.
You see what's going on. Like you've heard it, you've seen it. You got like stadium, like executive box seats.
You got executive box seats. Blaze and I have front row seats.
I look at Ignis and I go,
You're in the splash zone.
I look at Ignis and I go, you're gonna have to talk to your friend after this.
That's when he comes back to his senses.
If he comes back to his senses.
So, next
The two.
is Ayla.
Well, since there's nothing over here for me now. Ah! Gotta dash. How far can I go? I'll literally go right behind this bastard.
Language.
Goblin. Yeah.
He has a daddy.
Let me have this.
How do you know that his parents were married when he was conceived?
I just feel like they were.
Were you there for it?
Yes, I
Are
was.
you watching?
I like to
Are you
watch.
the father?
That's his
He's got
hobby.
footage.
Hold on.
Are you his father?
I like to watch.
The,
Oh my
the
God.
Oracle.
And Curtis just evolved. Wow.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's
I like
all right.
I like how in game this is a very, very serious and, somewhat terrifying event for everyone that isn't me. And out of game, Goblin. Goblin father. Goblin, are you the father?
Hey, much like Hydralis, this game is devolving, so let's move on.
All right. And speaking of Hydralis, it is your turn.
Alright.
Oh, you can make it down there.
I was about to say, I see the final Ed, and I sprint through these boxes, run over to him, and I can just do whatever I want, right?
Yep, to one of them.
Okay. I'll let Ayla have this. All right. I want to tackle the one in
I'm
front
not
of
gonna be
me.
able to have it.
Nope, you're not.
I want to tackle the one in front of me, and I want to charge him into the tree where Phoenix and Ignis are, and I want to make him just bloody paste against the tree with my tail.
Hold on.
Okay.
Need ears.
So he is dead.
Do we have to roll a
We'll say he is here, and I'm going to move you kind of next to
Yep.
him. And I need an acrobatics check from both Phoenix.
Of course. Oh gosh.
I was hoping that would happen.
When they fall, it's going to be hilarious.
Actually, my acrobatics is 5. So
Yeah, acrobatics. Alright.
23.
Okay.
Yikes. Yeah, I'm doomed. 3.
Okay. So it's a polar opposites. Phoenix just kind of lands like a cat, just kind of like boom. Like you expected this to happen.
Yeah.
Ignis, however, face
And 2 Hydralis.
takes 2 damage as
Oof.
you face plant into the dirt.
So do we get out of the tree then?
Well, yeah, you're on the ground.
All right,
Whether
so
you
we're
run
just
it in or
under.
not, so basically, you were getting out of the tree.
Yeah.
The acrobatics was to see if you take damage from the fall or not.
Okay.
So you are now on the ground,
Excellent.
whether you wanted it or not.
I mean, there's only one
And-
left. I think we got this.
And
Not the only problem.
Ignis, you are laying on the ground right next to a very feral Hydralis, whose mouth is still probably dripping with a little bit of blood and poison.
Start singing Soft Kitty.
A repeat of last time, except there is no freaking god of the games to reset things.
Oh, it's gonna be
God.
worse. It's gonna be a lot worse.
Oh,
You know, if I do
It is-
die,
it is
I'm gonna
Blaze's
take a long
turn.
vacation.
Ugh. All right,
Okay,
Blaze.
I'm gonna grab the right tool here. I'm gonna
Giggity.
move here. Easy. And I'm gonna shift my hex to the one there in front of Ayla,
Okay.
and then rinse and repeat on Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Oh, Yikes. That's a 13 to hit.
That is a miss.
Negative.
Yeah. So that's it.
All right. Ignis, it is your turn.
Okay, so I face planted, but does that mean I'm like, am I prone, or did I
Yeah,
just like?
yeah. You are prone.
Oh,
Okay.
it is a repeat.
Okay, so I get up, but I have my shield ready. I have my shield ready, but I use my action to get up, and I look over at Hydralis and I raise my hand defensively, and I'm like, easy, it's me, calm down. Just kind of like
Okay.
try and de-escalate the situation
can
a
I-
little bit.
Can I respond?
Yeah, you can.
I look at him with nothing but hatred and anger in my eyes, and I snarl, and in a deep, gravelly voice that isn't as isn't as confident, isn't as noble as when I normally am.
I am not a pet to be commanded.
And then he goes,
But yeah, can I just? Nah, never mind. There's nothing I can do really. I already used my action to get up. I have my shield, but that's about all I have. I don't want to fight you. I feel like that's
I wasn't.
kinda out of the-
I was gonna say
That's out of
sorry. I wasn't intending like to do anything, but I was just like pointing a finger at like you saying that like implied that you were insulting me. So I was just reinforcing that I am not a pet to be
but
commanded.
hold on. You're feral though, so you don't even know if you can control
Well,
yourself.
You don't really have much of a say in it.
Yeah.
I'm just ready. Like poorly as it is, I'm ready to
Okay.
defend myself.
You hear from
yeah,
behind, don't tear up his ear.
just,
Oh my
let's get the next person in line.
All right. So next is the last goblin. And he just kind of looks up at this massive bear in front of him, and he just goes, "Make it quick."
Be gentle.
Like
Uh,
I'm
he just
sorry.
he knows he's completely screwed. Like he just kind of drops his weapons and goes, "Make it quick." And just
Can I try and stop this? I mean, the guy is surrendering, basically. He's got nothing else to live for.
so I mean, so that was
Could
his.
try
It
and
is now
squeeze it.
Ayla's turn to do whatever she feels is necessary.
Yep.
The goblin has surrendered and is expecting to die. Now, whether you choose to do it or not is up to you.
We need his ear.
Yeah, we need his ear.
I mean, tell him to cut off his own ear and give it to us, and then he can live.
A bear, I can't really talk to him.
Hey, boo boo.
Everyone else is like, help.
Picnic basket.
Ayla pops up and goes, "Do you have a picnic basket?"
I mean, nah. I mean, can you use the coin of communication? Or I don't think that counts as like a.
I don't think so.
I don't think that doubles as a talk to animals.
But also, can she speak goblin? That's the difference.
I can't.
See?
Well, she's a bear. She can't really say much of anything.
Exactly.
Can't say anything.
All right, so what do?
And I'm preoccupied with the Hydralis, so.
So, Ayla, what are you doing?
So our only goblin speaker is preoccupied.
Yeah, I'm possibly going to get mauled, so.
Since I have no idea what he said, I'm just going to smack him with my claw.
Okay. I mean, you would have known the what he did. Like he dropped his weapons and he kind of like looked up and bared his neck and throat. And
Oh, okay.
So it's you may not have understood what he said, but you know what he's doing. He's basically
I just look at everyone else is like, what do I do?
Taking prisoner.
Well, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I can't give you advice. That has to come from Blaze or that has to come from Blaze or Phoenix.
Let's just end him. That's what we're here to do.
We need his ear.
I have a heart.
I'm here for a job.
Phoenix is just like murder.
Now, personally, I would like to know the whole story, but you know, I'm kind of hanging here.
Yeah, you're the only one that
Say
speaks
things for the
goblin.
cat!
Someone seems angry. He needs a bottle.
Yeah, I'm the only one that could speak Goblin, so like I don't even know if I heard what he said because I'm kind of facing down.
Hold on.
I mean, you
if he-
heard Goblin speak, but you're too preoccupied with a threat in your face to understand what was said. Like you know somebody spoke Goblin, but you got more pressing matters. Like, should I be filling in my pants? Should I be making my kind of preparations? Or am I good? I don't know.
Quick question. If he surrendered, does that mean we're out of battle? Out of combat?
Not technically, not unless everybody says I am not, you know, he's not a threat, but other people could still take combat actions.
I think if we can get stuff out of him, then and we can calm down Hydralis, and we should probably let him live. because they don't know how many goblins were here. It's not like they were scouted. So if we can calm him down and actually have Ignis talk to him, maybe we could figure something out. Maybe this will be
if either me or the goblin live, yeah.
Yeah, if we can go like with relations moving forward, so maybe we don't have to do this every so many months.
Okay. Regardless, Ayla, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Since I can see that he's surrendering and everything, I am, and I'm still in bear form.
Yes.
I'm just gonna move here and be ready for anything.
Okay. So you walk away
Either
from
as
the goblin.
extra support for Ignis.
Okay.
Blaze is right there who can hit him either way. So.
So.
It's my turn.
Yep, it is Phoenix's turn.
So, hold on. So I'm going to move right here, and since he is straight up like surrendering, I'm going to take him captive. Hold a blade to him, whatever I have to do to keep him from moving, and I will end my turn there.
Yeah, he does not resist, so you don't even have to roll.
Okay.
He sees you approach, and he sees what you're doing, and he just kind of goes limp, basically.
Okay, so that's my turn.
Okay, so last is Hydraulis.
Can I try to subdue my feral side?
Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check. Right.
So gonna.
Soft kitty
And this will be at advantage because you are wanting this to happen, and you are surrounded by people who you know to be your allies.
Mm-hmm.
And since there's no more threat, that is also playing to your advantage as well.
He rolls a nat 1
yeah.
and a 2. No. See, that'd be cool though if he rolled a nat 1 and then a nat 20. Like, ooh.
I got a 15.
Okay, so you pass, and you regain control of your faculties.
As I regain control, my form, shrinks. Instead of looking more Spinosaurid like, I become more humanoid yet again, and I fall to my knee again because I'm aware of everything I did, but I don't know if I can come to terms with what I did yet.
Come on, dude. You beat somebody with another person. That's awesome. I don't care what you say.
You're not helping, Phoenix.
Also, I need to break character for a second. What's up, Jules? How you doing, brother? You may not have been in here while we played D&D, but I do not, and I think Z went to streaming, so I lost my mod that's usually in here. But I just wanted to say hi, and during D&D sessions, I usually do not pay attention to chat. Try to stay in character, you know what I'm saying? So, but I love you, brother, and I hope you stick around. All right, and we're back.
So, I give Hydralis a second, while he's there. Can I put a reaffirming arm on his shoulder and cast Cure Wounds?
Yes. So since we are now out of combat.
Okay.
I'm going to start collecting the ears while everybody's doing everything else. So
Here's one, and here's one, and here's one.
Right. I got a total of 11. So
There should be 12.
No, one of them got vaporized.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so if when I do Cure Wounds, I have to roll it for him, right?
Yes.
Okay. That is 7 health points.
So, okay. So Blaze, as you are, I'm going to move your token for a minute. As you were over here gathering the ears, you, in one of these pits, you happen to see an individual in the bottom of one of these pits, and they're like small prison cells. And he is very much alive, and he is looking right up at you.
Well, that's different.
Burn him. No.
And he's like, and he kind of like, little help.
It looks like
Hey.
you had a bad day. Looks like
yeah,
he,
considering
looks like
there's
he
like
had a bad day.
there's like some blood and gore on him now that he's been sprayed a bit, so he's kind of he seems to be rather like you'd expect somebody to be covered in blood and gore to be kind of put out. He seems rather
Chill.
I mean, like he's not like ecstatic about it, but he's not like this is disgusting. Oh my god, get it off me. He's just kind of like, whatever. Little help.
So you want to get out, huh?
I would like that. Yes, I don't really want to starve to death down here.
Okay. I mean, minor inconvenience, but whatever.
I know it's selfish of me to want to not die of starvation, but you know,
Right. I mean, you would have thought you would have prepared better for that, and kept whatever with you. But I mean, sure. How far down is he?
I mean, you just like reach down and like hold out your hand to help pull him up. It's not
Right, so I
that
do that.
deep.
Okay, so I do that.
Yeah, it's deep enough that one person really can't do it themselves. I mean, he probably could have, but with all the goblins around, you know, it would have not been. He would have not made it very far.
Gotcha. Yeah. No. So I reached down and helped pull him out.
Okay.
So I just want to add something real quick. I loved how every time Zombie played that character, he looked straight up. like he was looking out of the pit. That was great.
Well, that's why I looked
Okay,
down.
NPC.
And then I turn to the others as after I get him out and go, "Hey, look what I found."
Check the other
So
pits.
They're empty.
Oh, okay.
So as he kind of dusts himself off and kind of stretches just a little bit, he goes, "Thanks for that."
Who are
I
you?
look at the others. I look at the others real quick and I go, I found him. Can I keep him?
No.
He's
And
not a pet.
He looks at you, and you realize he is a wood elf,
God.
and until the Great Spirit War, wood elves were all considered second-class citizens.
Oh gosh.
So he kind of side eyes you a little bit, like,
Racist.
"Excuse me." But then he kind of like shrugs his shoulders, like, whatever.
It's like, I look at him and go, "No offense intended."
No problem. At least I'm glad to see that you're finally getting some sunlight. It's refreshing to see a drow above ground and actually embracing the sunlight as opposed to staying in the dark, evil, nasty caves.
It got a little too long though.
It would have been. It would have been funnier if the wood elf would have like, yeah, can he keep me? But well, anyways.
All right. Anyway, so we got him.
All right, so I kind of look at Ignis and be like, hey, can you come up here and talk to this dude?
Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting here with Hydralis. Dude's not doing so well.
Yeah. Well,
And,
we need some answers if that's possible. We got Ayla there as long as she promises not to thunder wave him.
I'm still a bear. I can't use spells.
Okay. Can I like get up and walk with Ignis towards the goblin?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're not in combat anymore, so it's
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
Okay. So I guess now that everybody is settled, I examine the goblin. How's he looking?
Well, his pants are unsoiled. He has not crapped himself. He's defeated. Like, everybody he knew is dead.
I just want to know why they attacked us.
Yeah, hold on. All right. So in Goblin, I speak to him.
Okay.
First of all, I wanted to slightly apologize, but the fact that they attacked us first was already a declaration of war in my eyes.
Fair.
I would want to have this discussion under way better circumstances, but considering everything that's happened, not really much of a chance of that happening right now. Why did you attack us?
He kind of looks at you like you asked a very stupid question.
Well, yeah, I get it. You're goblins. You loot all that stuff. Whatever.
And he kind of gestures to all the crates and barrels and all the other stuff that clearly they didn't make.
Okay.
You know,
Trade
kind
it
of
for the
like
stuff, or do you keep it for yourselves?
he visibly kind of face palms. And he says,
I need to know if some because like I feel like some of these goblins would probably try and like smuggle. I'm just trying to see if there's a bigger operation.
he looks at you and he
or if
says,
yep.
"We're goblins. What do you think we do?"
Grow wheat, maybe have a normal life.
He's looking at you like you're asking the dumbest questions.
That's coming from a
Look.
goblin.
And you know that goblins are not really the nicest of creatures. They're evil. They loot, they pillage, they attack caravans. Most of those crates are probably from caravans and traders that they raided along the road.
I just watched my friend crash out and turn into a beast that killed 2 of your leaders and basically the entirety of your camp. Excuse me! If my questions are a little stupid. Alright. Let's try this one last time from the top. What do you guys want me to ask him?
I first of all want you to look at him and say, if you want to survive this, you need to stop being such an a-hole and like answer our questions, like for real.
I want you to
You know,
tell them.
I'll just ask him really quick. What's with
he
the?
he looks at you, Phoenix, and goes, "You know I can speak common, right?
Well, then speak common.
You're the one that assumed I didn't."
Well, I mean, I didn't see you speaking to Ayla about surrendering. You did it in Goblin. So what's
Because I am a goblin.
what? Okay, I tell you what,
fair,
Ignis.
To be fair, she was also a bear. I don't.
That's
Yeah.
that's true. But Ignis,
I wasn't a bear.
Ignis, just ask him a question that you want to ask him because I'm over this, dude. I'm ready to take his ear and go.
What's with the elf over there?
Prisoner.
Yeah, in your terms, what's with the prisoner?
You'd have to ask one of the many halves of the bugbears. I don't know. I'm a goblin. I don't make the rules around here.
Fair
I follow them or I get killed.
Do you remember
Alright.
at least when you hauled him in?
I didn't haul him in.
Did you at least see him arrive at camp one day?
He's been here for a few days. That's all I know.
All right, that's a bit of a start. Did you want to ask Hydralis?
All right. I stand next to the goblin. I kneel down and I put a hand on his shoulder. We are not going to hurt you. All right. I just want to let you know that first and foremost. Okay. Just play nice. Answer all of our questions, and I promise you that we will let you go. And if you want, we can try and figure something out that you can actually become a upstanding member of society. You don't have to live this life.
He starts laughing. And he kind of looked, and he goes, "I wish that bear had bit my head off. At least I wouldn't,
That
have
could be
to,
arranged.
Do it.
at least I wouldn't have to listen to this drivel."
I can still do it. They just gotta say the word.
Look, I pull out my dagger and I literally cut off his right ear and throw it at the blaze. Like straight up. That's all I'm gonna do because. And I look at him and I say, "He doesn't speak for me. Hydralis doesn't speak for me. I'll kill you."
No, you
And
won't.
do it. He looks at you when you say, "I'll kill you," and he's like, "Then do it."
All right. While I do that,
Don't talk about it. Be about it.
look, I grab him and I come over here and I toss him into this pit.
Okay.
I can't grab him, so you have to do it.
Yeah.
There. And then I toss Blaze the ear.
I was like, now you can starve.
Here.
I just shake my head. But
All right.
yeah, I take the ear.
I look at Ignis. All right, he's clearly not worth our time. Let's just take what we need to and go see if we can bring some stuff back for the town itself.
It's not that simple, you know. Give this guy a chance, he'll probably become part of another pack.
Look, he could sit there and die. Or he's not answering anything. He's to him, he's just a goblin. He won't do anything else. So why should we entertain that? That's the whole meaning behind this.
Because
I didn't
that's
kill
part of
him.
My oath.
Yeah,
I
but
know.
I didn't kill him. I just took his ear and put him in prison. You know, like they all tried to attack us and kill us. He won't tell us why, except for they're goblins. You know, I'm not going to entertain this. So I know it's your oath, and I appreciate your oath, but in the same sense, I'm not entertaining this.
So, Hydralis, the act of him cutting off the ear would be against the oath.
Mm.
Because that is not showing compassion and mercy to those that have surrendered or are non-combatants.
Mm-hmm.
Now, imprisoning him is fine because he did attack you, but
He did also say, just do it.
yes. So basically, the way the oath that it describes to you is basically you were either to escort him back to civilization, and let the proper authorities deal with him, or since he has basically said, "Kill me now," that is acceptable because he has asked you for it. And now, if he didn't say, "Kill me now," and you went off to kill him, that would be against it because he's a non-combatant. But he's a non-combatant, but he has basically said, I would rather die than listen to you people drone on about me being a goody-goody two-shoes.
And that's why I said I'm not going to entertain this, Hydralis, because there's no reason to. And, you know, I mean, I'm all for letting him live, but he will not give us a reason to let him live. So I just think we should just do him a favor and end it.
I mean,
or leave him here.
You just killed his entire family and friends.
They attacked us.
Yeah. That's beside the point. His entire family and friends are all dead. And now you are sparing him. To him, that's cruel.
What is he, Klingon?
Well, it's like, we killed your entire family and friends, but yet we're going to let you live.
That was non-honorable. I want to die in battle. I can see it.
He's not like Klingon, like honor, but he's like, look, just freaking finish the job, man. You came here to kill us. Kill us. Stop.
Let Blaze do the honors.
Let's ask the Wood Elf what he wants, since he was the one captured. Why was he captured?
Are you asking him?
I am. Why did they take you captive?
Yeah, you see, that was kind of stupidity on my part. I was camping out in the woods and, returning home. And, apparently I chose the wrong spot to camp.
So they just nabbed you and took you as prisoner.
I woke up in that cell. Pit, whatever.
Do you see your stuff that's around the camp by any chance? Like, could you pick it out if you could find it?
He has all the stuff on him.
Okay. Just making sure, because I'm not taking what's not mine. You know what I mean? I'm not taking what's his. So, okay, so I'm asking you straight up, what do you want to do with this goblin?
He kind of looks down at the goblin and says, "Well, conventional wisdom would say that a defeated foe should be treated as a non-combatant.
Okay.
He has surrendered. However, in this situation, yes, you are correct that if he was allowed to live, he would most likely seek out another goblin band where he would either join them or they would kill him because he is from a rival band. However, he has asked for us to kill him repeatedly. So, I mean, he kind of pauses like, I don't see the issue. Like, if he wants to die and there's no reason to let him live, why are we drawing this out?
At this point, I just shrug and I cast Eldritch Blast into the pit.
Okay. He's been kind of looking up, and as he sees you cast a spell, he's like, thank you, right before his head explodes.
What elf? What's your name?
Let me mark him as dead real quick. You may call me Valeric. Valak.
Did you say Valak? Valak?
Valeric.
Valeric. Okay. Nice to meet you, Valeric. Sorry, it's under these terms. All right, so what do we do, guys? I want to search the camp to see if anything's trapped, and then what there is that survived the fire and whatnot.
So as I went around looting, or as I went around gathering ears, I was also looting bodies as I went. So I don't know if I found anything while I was doing that.
Yeah. So on the bodies themselves, no.
Okay.
Except for you right here.
Other than their, tattered and worn equipment, no.
Okay. No, that's as far as I got. So.
Okay. So yeah, I search around the camp to see if there's any valuable.
Okay. So, as you come to these crates, like all these crates here,
The ones that burnt up?
not all of them are burnt.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm going from the very top and working my way down. So, you get to the first one that is completely burnt up. In it, you see there's enough. You see the remnants of 3 glass vials that looked like they were potions at one point. But you see the remnants of a bag and 3 soot-stained gems.
I mean, I grab what's left of if there's a soot stain, they can be cleaned. So I grab whatever is possibly, riches, and I hand it over to Blaze.
So in the next one, it is also burnt up. And there's nothing salvageable here, but you do see the remnants of 2 art pieces. Two paintings, which are now completely burnt up.
I just kind of look at it and kind of shake my head like, oh, that's sad.
In the third one, I need you to roll a percentile dice.
A percentile dice? Which one?
Because there are 2 items in this container.
Is that the 100?
One of them, that's the...
Yes.
Yes. And one of them is destroyed. One of them isn't.
All right, so I just roll the one die, the diamond die that has the 100 all the way. Well,
no, you roll both d10s.
I roll what?
Roll both d10s.
Oh, okay. This is the first time using these die, so I don't know.
They're not used very often.
All right, on the one I rolled a 90 and a 9.
So 99.
Okay. So.
I'm assuming that's a good roll.
Well, it's basically determining which item was destroyed in the fire.
Okay.
Okay, so you find another pouch of 9 gems.
Nice.
And a pair of shoes and you see a small cat, like a small stone in the shape of a cat, that like a small cat's head that is cracked right down the middle and
So
covered and it is burnt.
I want to kind of examine the shoes and see if there's anything special about them, or if they're just shoes.
They look like a nice pair of slippers.
Okay, so as per everything, I hand the bag of 9 gems to Blaze, the shoes, and the cat gem that's cracked down the middle, and I just say, look, this is what we got. I don't know what this cracked gem represents, but you know, maybe we can get some answers.
And there are 8 more containers to open.
Oh, geez. And those are all not burnt, right?
Yes. So the remaining 8 have not been touched by fire
Okay.
because it was extinguished in time.
So I just kind of like go through all of them and see what there is. If anybody else wants to jump in and look too, I don't have to be the only one.
So I'm just going to kind of read off what there is.
Okay.
So there are, in the next one, there's another 10 gems, a fancy looking deck of cards, and a nice pair of gloves.
Hmm.
In the next one, and I'll give you a list of the stuff later. There is 6 art pieces.
Nice.
A broom, a headband, a staff, and a small tan bag.
Okay.
The next one, there are 6 gems and 2 potions.
Okay.
Do we know what the potions are? Or probably not. Okay.
The next one is 5 art pieces.
It's a lot of art.
Got it.
The next one is 7 gems.
Uh-huh.
The next one is 4 gems.
Uh-huh.
The next one is 8 art pieces, a pair of glasses, and a nice sling.
Okay.
And the last one is 3 gems.
Okay.
Is that it that's in there, or is there anything else around the camp?
That is, I mean, other than like the tents and crap like that.
I mean, that's a lot.
So as all this stuff is handed to me, I zone in on the deck of cards, and I want to take a look at that. Take a look at those a little further. Are they just playing cards, or?
So let me look up specifically.
Well, while he's doing that, I just want to say, I look at these art pieces and I say, these had to have been taken from somewhere. I think we should see if we can get those back to people instead of trying to sell it.
So like, realize that per standard Adventurers Guild rules, anything you find is yours to keep.
Okay. Well, you know me though. I'm
get the gold.
Yeah, you know me though. I'm all about like.
Yep. As you're looking at the cards, it's a box of parchment cards. It has 34. However, as you count, there are 3 that are missing. So as you're kind of looking at all of them, there's 3 missing. So there's only 31 cards. And it's a standard. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, as far as like appearance goes, it looks like it's just a nice deck of playing cards.
Give them me. I turned into Gambit, you see. Being rogue. Sorry.
But that's about it. That's all I can tell from it. We're not talking like. Basically, what I'm getting at is am I holding a deck of many things?
So it may be a magic item. You don't know.
All right. I take that out of kind of like the pile of stuff because that intrigues me. No, I put it all together in the bag, and I'll get it all identified later.
All right. So on that note,
Okay.
if there's nothing else here, we should probably make our way back to the city. At least
We got all the ears and everything.
Mm-hmm.
we got 12 out of 13. So
Well, then we're done here.
can we just grab the left ear of one of them and say that's the 13th? Maybe they'll
Another
never
night of
know.
conformity.
So, basically, you make your way back to Ravenswood, and from there, you make your way back to Haran City.
Is there a way we can long rest in between that?
Well, yeah, because it's going to take you at least, because remember, like to get from Haran City to Ravenswood took a day's ride
Yeah.
on horse.
So I'm back to 27 hit points. That's all I care about.
So,
All right, get back into here with Mr. Can't remember his name.
Valeric.
Valeric.
So, as you eventually, and yes, you've had a long rest. So
Magically
it
reformed into my other PFP.
yeah. Look, so this
Yeah,
is
you're
all the
fine.
map I
You're
have. If you wanted to have identified some of these items, Blaze, you can
Mhm.
over the long rest, because I believe that's basically like the same as a tuning. You just kind of spend some time with it and learn what it is.
Yeah.
I'll let you say if you wanted to do like pick two of them.
Well, definitely the cards.
So
is
it
one
is
of them.
a deck of illusions.
Deck of, not what I was hoping for. All right.
Choose
I'll
wisely
look that
on
up.
this one.
Okay, and then let's look at the shoes because that intrigued.
Okay.
That intrigued
So
Phoenix.
those are the slippers of spider climbing.
Oh, that's
Sticky?
a good one.
That would go really well for someone that's trying to be stealthy. Just saying.
You just want them, don't you?
Well, he's going to get him anyway because it would be perfect for him. So, I assume they cast Spider Climb, or you can use charges to cast Spider Climb from them.
Hold on 1 second. I appreciate wrapping up things here soon, and I'll get back to you. But during D&D time, I don't try to like. Oh, Z, will you give him a shout out, please? All right. And we're back.
Move up and down across vertical surfaces. You have climb speed equal. Yeah, it's basically Spider Climb.
That means that takes away the athletics.
Pretty much. So that gives so knowing that Phoenix would probably benefit the best out of those because being a rogue and being able to move, to move around things like that, and he was intrigued by them. I give the slippers to him.
Yeah. So basically, Phoenix, when you wear them, you gain a climb speed equal to your speed. They do not allow you to move. So basically, you can move up, down, across vertical surfaces and along ceilings while leaving your hands free. They do not allow you to move this way on a slippery surface, such as one covered by ice or oil.
Or probably if it's rained on, wet.
Yeah. If it's a slippery surface, then it doesn't work. But basically, that means that unless if you're trying to, so like a climb speed basically means you don't have to roll acrobatics or athletics to climb. Unless you're trying to do something like wild and crazy.
How much does that weigh?
It weighs. Yes.
Okay, yes, I'll put that in.
It doesn't say, but it does require attunement.
It
So
does.
basically, you have to spend some time with it and attune it to yourself.
All right, so I just go ahead and slip them on now, just to kind of, get used to them and get the
They're
get the.
comfy.
They're very comfy. They're slippers. Of course, they're comfy. So okay, so I'm just gonna wear these around for a bit.
Okay, so as you return to the Adventurers Guild, the nature sounds finally stop as I remember to turn them off. Emery here welcomes you back, sees that you have again found another individual, and what kind of, slightly jests that if every time you go out, you're going to come back with somebody else.
Well, this one
Um,
didn't try to electrocute us.
To be fair, I can't. And so she hands you a small sack and says, "Here is your reward for completing the quest." Hands you each a sack of 38 gold and 4 silver. And I can share the equation for how a quest reward is paid out later.
Okay.
38 gold and 4 silver, you said? I'm sorry.
Yep. 38 gold,
Okay.
4 silver per person.
Okay.
And then says, "Did you happen to remember to bring the ears?"
I pull them out of my bag and hold them up.
Okay. Excellent. She takes them from you, and then kind of counts them up and pulls out another little small sack and sets on the table and here is your bounty reward. It is 4 gold, 7 silver, and 5 copper, and that is not per person.
Or wait a minute, I'm on the right screen here.
4 gold, 7 silver, and 5 copper.
Yes, that is to be split amongst the party or party funds or whatever we want.
I'll pass
I would
on it.
suggest keeping it. I would suggest keeping it as party funds because it is such a small amount. It's not easy to separate to everybody. And we just start building up an account basically for the group. And if people want to contribute to it, that's fine too.
Okay, so as we're dealing with gold and all that, you each gain 150 experience points.
That's
Gonna level us up, right?
That's level.
Well, it should be 50 over.
We were at 750. 150 puts us at, yeah, you're right.
900.
Yep. No, you're right.
Because you got
850 is level.
Well, no, you got 50 for the last time for fighting the 4 goblins.
Right.
And then
we were at 7.
Okay.
All right, so we're at 900. That is what
we're at 900. Yeah, we're at 900, which puts us at level regardless.
Okay. Yeah.
We finally caught up to our hit points and level. So
yeah.
All right. Well, I'll get with you outside of the stream to level up the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Emery here, the guild representative, says, "I will inform the Lord that you have completed the task successfully, and when you are ready, there will be more quests to undertake. For now, I suggest you enjoy and celebrate. You have completed your first successful mission as a party, as adventurers."
Yay!
And there was nothing shocking about it. No.
And she
This time anyway.
Kind of.
That can always change.
With that, she kind of departs
Nope.
Valoric here again thanks you for rescuing him, and says that perhaps he will see you around town.
I ask him if there's anything we can do before he departs.
He stops. He's like, no. I think this is probably where I'm supposed to be for a bit. My parents will understand me being a bit late.
Okay. Do you need any money?
I'm sorry, I don't speak whatever language that was.
Beep boop.
Boop.
Now
I didn't know
the
he
bots in the
spoke
gauntlet might.
HB.
The bots in the, yeah,
So
I'm-
basically, he says, I will be fine.
Okay.
And he makes kind of a bow, in such a way that he is an adventurer as well. He is so he is not just some person who got caught sleeping out in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Can I try to sneak 2 gold into his pocket? Like,
you can try.
I definitely want to. This is the opposite of stealing, right? So, although I am now.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
He sure is.
Boop.
He sure is.
all right, I'm going to try. It's sleight of hand, right? That's what it would be?
Yes, sleight of
All
hand.
right, so I got a 5 on that.
It never gets old.
It never does.
Hold on.
More
16?
16. Oh, yeah, you managed to. I rolled a critical failure for his perception.
Nice. So I'm gonna give him 2 gold, which is gonna take me down to 129
Okay.
of what I've got on me now. That's without the painting sold and all that other crap. So, and I'm just like, have a good day.
And he leaves as well.
Did anybody
gonna
see me do
gather
that?
I don't know. Did anybody else?
Sure,
No?
I saw.
Sure, you
my
did.
I
back,
saw.
I had my back turned. So.
I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. I was working through the loot, getting it. So I was gathering up, like he said, wondering if anybody saw it. I was gathering up all the loot together, take it to have it all identified, figure out what we're gonna do with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw. And sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So I do that, and I go to have it all identified. That way you can give me a list over the week, and we'll be good.
Okay. You also want me to give you, like, if you're selling all the art pieces and gems, how much that would equate to as well?
Yes, if you could.
Okay, will do.
That would be great.
Because in that way I can take. My plan is I'm setting that up so that over the course of the week that we're gone, that's part of what I'm going to be doing during that week is getting it all taken care of, getting it all sold off, and get everybody's cuts and splits and everything together, so that when we get together next time, the rest of what's left, if there's any magical items, will be distributed to everybody, as well as any of the gold and stuff like that, just to kind of save us some time next session.
Okay, so as you're kind of sitting here and around this table, and you're kind of, breathing a sigh of relief as the quest is done, and all that, whether it was Valoric didn't close the door all the way, or something, the door blows open, and a piece of parchment blows in off the wind and lands right in front of Hydralis.
I pick up the parchment to examine it.
On the parchment, there are no words. But there is just one symbol. And it is the symbol of your goddess. and it was not pinned by ink.
I quickly
lean over.
go ahead.
Well, I kind of lean over Hydraulis' shoulder and go, "Love note."
Not likely. I quickly stand up and I take my leave to head towards the church of Fluetta.
Okay.
I'm kind of sad he didn't get to tell me what he was going to say.
Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't know if someone else was. I was gonna say, giving to the poor. In my homeland, there was someone called Dragon Hood that would do that.
Dragon Hood.
Dragon Hood.
Oh.
Okay, see, I'm glad you got that out.
Okay, yeah, but I leave to go to the church.
Okay. And what about the rest of you? What are you doing?
Well, I'm sitting here thinking because, like, you know, I want to. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna go out, relax, and then figure out what I'm gonna do for the week. So I maybe go get me something to eat, you know. Since I keep my pockets all full of stuff, I just reach in there and eat some berries or whatever. I just don't know what else to do because it's not like we're gonna get our split or cut right now. So, I'm gonna have to watch my money until next week. So, that being said, I bid adieu to my adventures, and I go out to find out, you know, some things about my past and whatnot. Try to find out more things.
Ignis, what about you? As we prepare to wrap up the session.
Well,
In 6
a lot of
minutes.
emotions today, but yeah, I just kind of get up, give a affirming nod to everybody, and just kind of head out. I don't know where. Maybe go find a tree somewhere, climb on top of it, and finally play that lute that I got. Try and get familiar with it again.
Okay. And Ayla, what about you?
Right now, with nothing really being there to do, I'll probably just go out to the forest, meditate for a bit.
Okay. So as you all have you sat there at the table and kind of, you know, relaxed for a bit, maybe, you know, had a small snack sitting here at the table as you kind of all wind down. Hydraulis was the first to get up and leave as a piece of parchment blew in off the wind. You all kind of individually kind of got up and went, you know, were like, well, you've got your own stuff to take care of as you know, own methods of relaxing and winding down from the day's stressful events.
So stressful.
And so we will pick up next time and see where this adventure takes us.
On the next Dragon Ball Z. I mean, what?
No.
On the next D&D.
All right, guys. Well,
on the next episode of The Celestial Disappearance.
Dun dun dun.
No.
Well, guys, I want to appreciate y'all for being here, hanging out with us. I hope you've enjoyed so far our thrilling adventures. I feel like that we got a little silly on this one, which I liked. I enjoyed like throwing a few things out there like we did, so it was kind of funny. But you know,
enjoy it while you can.
Well, I feel like I'm actually starting to get the hang of this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit at least. But if you guys enjoyed, drop us a subscription on
beepboop.com.
On beep boop beep bop. In here, like really. I'd never really thought I'd ever get into D&D, and I'm not saying that I'm fully immersed into it still. Or 8 weeks.
It's taking my immersion away.
Well, it's been fun so far. Um, Going forward, we're probably gonna have a little later start. This week it was supposed to happen, but I have had an ear infection this since Thursday, or since before Thursday, but that's when I caught it was Thursday, so I didn't do too much. I didn't go anywhere this morning, so therefore we're probably just going to be starting a little later. It's going to be anyway. We could start on time, but it's going to be depending on when I get home. So it'll either be between 2 and or 2:30 Eastern Standard Time if everybody's still available during those times. So we may get a little like a half hour later because of the whole, you know, it takes me a half hour to get home from where I'm going to be going. So, but that being said,
Beep bop.
beep boop bop,
Booping.
beep bop boop boop.
Skibbity beep bop.
But we're gonna go ahead and take our leave. Give us a follow on here or on anybody's that streams. Like, you know, Zombie doesn't stream much anymore, but he has a profile. So but with that,
Maybe one day.
we'll get back to it. But with that, I want to just say thank you for just being here. And we'll see you next week. Again, we'll see you next week.